It's learning time.
Let's just start fucking doing it. My friend Marcus has an iPad. It's literally like this. He's like the biggest fucking iPad I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm. The Pro ones, the
Yeah.
huge ones, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, should probably put it a little bit closer. There we go. Have you seen Benito has a podcast, huh?
Benito?
Yeah.
Yeah, April Fools.
April Fools. They're in the studio at the Studio 519. They're just all set up.
Right.
I need to get that.
You need to get a setup.
I need to get a setup. I need a desk. I need a studio. I was in that studio.
Yeah, you were in there. I was like,
Yeah,
were
yeah.
you just in there?
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, to do a podcast, I
Just
don't know.
continuously, like, just
Yeah.
having that layer of, like, professionalism.
That's the goal
Yeah.
for me, because
Well, I mean, sure, it costs money for them to do that, right? So
yeah, it's city funded though.
it's city funded. So
Yeah,
does that
city.
mean they're not paying money then?
No, Benito
Yeah.
and what's Nico, right?
I don't know. I've never met him before, but I think his name is Nico.
Okay, I think you just have to sign up for it, and then they'll give you a date because it's city funded. So they want, it's like a Tim Keller thing. They want artists to
Okay.
want to just do stuff, so they're willing to just pay for it. They have cameras in there. I don't know if I want to say how much. Yeah, there's like 9 people listening to this shit.
Okay.
Anyway, but they're like 12 grand each,
Gotcha.
15 grand each in there.
Okay.
It's cameras.
Uh-huh.
Just the cameras, not
Oh,
even
so
like
you're just scheming already, huh?
exactly. Yeah, it's like how do I? It's on Amazon. Let me get a $15,000 camera. Let me
Yeah.
make payments on it. I'll pay $4 a month
Well, it's city funded.
for exactly. Come on, I paid for it already technically.
Yeah, right. Yeah, taxes. Every time I get paid, I'm paying for this.
I'll just go to the studio, like, hey, Mark, how's it going? And then just kind of roll
like-
out with the camera. Hey, what are you doing?
Innocent.
Yeah, I'm choosing for a project. What? Yeah, I'm choosing for a project. No, MBD. That place is sick though.
Yeah.
It's Reynolds Central.
Yeah, you could tell that their stuff like really progressed. I haven't listened to any of their podcasts recently, but I remember listening to like one of their first ones and being really impressed. Benito had a one that was a fantasy football one that he had with someone else, and I listened to that one and I was like blown away, like just like someone had put that effort into it.
Nice.
And so it was in the back of my head. Like I remember when you started, I was like, okay, and then it's just so serendipity that like I saw you at the
collective.
the collective playing your turtle shell. You're just like slamming the bass so up there, like having a vibing out, and it was just so funny. And then like your mom happened to just be right there, and it was just like such a blast from the past. Just like, oh my god, like
Yeah, dude.
because
I was so happy when I saw you. I was like, oh shit.
that's what 10 years almost. Like,
Almost. Last time I saw you was at graduation. I think it was when I graduated. I think Shayla graduated too.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the last time I saw
But
you.
nothing like meaningful, like just passing by or just like, hey, what's up? How's it going?
Yeah.
You know? I think your mom. I forgot how thick your mom's accent was.
I thought you were gonna
And
say
that's
something
the-
else.
How thick your mom was.
Thinking, bro, this is the things I get. I
A
invite
bowl
you to a
of
show and
oatmeal.
you just
Yeah.
disrespect me.
No, she was just like, she said your name, and I had just forgot how she said it. Like
Yeah.
Danielle.
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 So I go by
Yeah.
It's
No.
coming, yeah. It's fine.
Hey, Daniel.
Daniel.
But yeah, it was
Or
just like,
Dan.
it was very,
Danielle.
yeah. It was just like, I had only heard your
Hers.
name say it that way by her. And then to have her say it again, I was like, holy
Oh.
crap. Yeah. It was very, it was very surreal.
Because when you first came up, it was you and Jesse. I thought, okay, cool. They're checking out with Pan. Good.
Right.
Don't
Oh,
fuck
people
up.
actually
That's
are
my
looking at
first
me.
thought
Yeah.
when someone's watching me and they're kind of into it. Like, don't fuck this up, Daniel.
I got you. Yeah. That's, I can imagine that. But it's,
Then you like walked away, and then you came back. I thought, oh shit, that's David.
yeah,
Oh
I can
fuck.
understand that. Yeah. I can understand how when you're like in the zone, you're not really paying attention to who's walking up.
I have my
You're like,
glasses on,
oh,
yeah.
there is a person,
Yeah.
but that is a person who I know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah. I was just about to say that's something I was thinking about when I was driving over here. Like I've always admired your like creativity side because like you've always like pushed yourself to like put yourself out there.
Thanks,
like
man.
going back to the stand up or like the drumming I don't know. Just like even in middle school, you were that way, and like you've always kept that about you. Like you got like we talked about like who's like progressing or like how you change in life, and like that's something that you kept like always. And you and like doing the podcast, when I heard that you were doing a podcast, I was like, for sure I want to be on that because it would just be catching up. It wouldn't even be like anything that I would have to come up with or script. You know, it's like all this back catalog that we have of just like these crazy moments of like growing together. You know, like how stupid how stupid we really were, but how
fun it was.
Yeah, how fun it was, and how smart we thought we were, and how we felt like we knew everything in high school. But like you grow up and you have these experiences, and you're just like
reflect back on them, and dude, thanks, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You're a real bro.
Well, it was just like
because everyone who I hung out with in high school, they knew you. Like you were real popular, and like everyone loved you.
Right.
And I can tell like people still do.
Right. Well, that just comes from just like I don't know. It intrinsically just like when you are nice to people are usually nice to you.
Well, when were you nice
right.
to me, motherfucker?
Right.
Just kidding.
I don't know. I think, I definitely agree with you that like, but it came easy. So like when making friends is easy, like you want to do that more, you know.
Yeah, you have a lot of charisma.
Yeah, and that's why I was good at selling cars because I was like, hey, I could talk to a fucking rock. It's just like I could. It doesn't matter like who you are, where you're from, whatever. But that just comes back to like me having to go to Valley, like being one of the only white people at Valley, or at least that's what it seemed like.
I was thinking about that one time, like holy shit, how many like it was mostly a bunch of brown kids who don't speak Spanish.
Yeah, exactly. And don't get me wrong, I wasn't the only one. I wasn't.
What are you trying to say, huh? Was that the?
Yeah.
You uncomfortable the entire day?
It was, but it was definitely like. The culture was different where like everybody knew everybody's family, like immediate family. Like I have none of that. Like,
not me, not to a point.
Got you.
But like, I get what you mean.
When I went to any graduation party, it was like, here's my cousins and my nananas and my hinanas, and I was just like,
hinas and my hinas,
something like that. I just remember like Raquel Santillanes just was like connected with everybody because she was a cousin of someone or like da-na-na, and I was just like, this is like something that I've never been a part of. Like my family all lives in Arizona, and like when we do connect, I was so young that I really like never connected. I was just like the kid.
It's pretty sparingly.
And so like now going to the wedding and us like getting invitations and shit ready, it's like, man, I haven't talked to this person for 10 years, but like,
hey,
they're my closest cousin. You know, it's like puts us in a weird position
because it's not just a couple thing; it's like a family thing too. I bet.
Right.
Where you have to, make sure. Well, I guess it depends how close you are with your immediate family. Like, if I was to get married, it'd be pretty. Yeah, my parents would be like, all right, so you're going to invite this person, you're going to invite this person, make sure you invite this person.
Right.
Like, okay, yeah, for sure. I want
to. For sure. And we're having 120 people, and I think out of that list, I think probably 100, or maybe not 100, but like maybe 80 are our friends. Everybody else, it's like 40 to 20 people are going to be like our actual family or immediate family, like
the family that you make.
Right.
When you're here.
For sure. And it's difficult because it's only capped at 120. Like there's a lot of people that we wish we could have invited, but like it's also we're also going to have a party after. So it's like if you want to come party, like celebrate our wedding, you don't have to be at the wedding, but we're going to have something a kickback at our place after.
Nice.
But it's
if you make it that far.
Right. I know that's one thing I gotta make sure I don't get too drunk or smoke too much or do whatever the fuck. I'm gonna be stressed, and I know I know
all the peer pressure.
I know my tendencies. Oh shit, man.
And it's your party, like you.
Yeah,
and your
but it's
party.
really I know. I just for the wedding especially, it's just like we want to just have it go as smooth as possible. We
have a little closer to your face. You can adjust that, yeah.
Boop, boop, boop.
Before we
just
like close the gap, so like
here. I want to close my gap.
Close that gap. Usually you want them open, but right now
we're gonna close it.
Close these. That mic stand is ass.
I think that's good.
So, by the way, is
that better?
That's fine. Yeah, should be better. Maybe angle it like this.
But yeah, that was something I wanted to bring up though. Was that like you've always like pushed the boundaries of like art. and that's something that I don't have a lot of friends.
Stop.
Like I don't have a lot of friends who've like done that, like going to the stand up. Like I remember it was in the sub. We were in the sub.
Yeah, and I remember that.
And you were just came up to me and you were just like, dude, you've always been funny. Like, would you ever think of like doing stand up? And I think it was either before or after I'd already seen you do it. So I had already like seen you go up and perform, and I was like, "Holy shit, dude! Like, I think I might have a chance to be able to do that."
Like, oh yeah, I'm definitely funnier than Daniel for
like,
sure.
It was like if he has the guts to do it. Like, I've always been like a person to be like, if he can do it, I can do it. Like kind of guy. Like doesn't matter. Yeah. It wasn't you. It was just like if someone can do it. That's very true. If someone can do it, I can do it.
You were up for anything.
Yeah. And so like I was like I just remember being like so flippant about it and being like, whatever. Like I'll do it if you want. Like. Just tell me when, right? And then it actually happened. You actually texted me, and I was like, I just remember being like, I got scared, and I was like,
it's nerve-wracking. It's fucking nerve-wracking.
When I got scared, I was like, I think I really want to do this.
But it's nerve-wracking in the way that it's kind of energizing. Yeah. In a way where it makes you excited.
I remember I was excited to see you perform. That's when I was like, I really think I want to get this like in my veins. Like I want some of this. And,
thanks, man.
Yeah. And you had the funny joke about either your mom or your grandma, and it would just like kill.
Weed.
It just killed. And I just remember like
I don't even remember.
I don't remember it either. But I just remember it was like you were talking about someone giving you shit, and it was just like super valley, like super like accented up, and it was so funny. Just because, especially to us, and like I remember going with a group of people. Like we were with, maybe Val was there.
It was a group, yeah.
It was a group of people, and I remember we all laughed.
It was at the Tureen, that hookah lounge.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's
across
right.
From,
it was next
by
to
UNM.
UNM, that's correct. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I just remember you killed it. We all laughed and had a great time, and that's when I was like, I think I could probably try. And then you texted me about. You did it
before that, though.
I never did stand up.
No, before I think you did, because it was only a few shows in that when I was doing it that you started doing it too. I think,
dude.
I think you're right though.
I would hang my hat on it, bro. I did stand up once and crushed one joke, and that was it, bro. That was it. That was all I had. I went to.
I remember you got some laughs.
I went to Nexus, and we had to sign up on the sheet, and there was like.
But it was kind of nerve-wracking because you're there with adults. I mean, we're like 18.
This was adults. Yeah, we were
18. But
like, we were lucky to be in Nexus at that point.
The youngest person there was like 25.
Everybody's drinking beer. Everybody was older. I remember that too.
It's a different environment.
For sure. It was definitely thrown to the wolves. But it was definitely like, it was, I do remember the atmosphere being like, we're all comedians, or like, we're all like, it's like nobody's here to just sit here and watch stand up. Mm-hmm. Like, no, like the guy in the back maybe was laughing with his wings in his mouth, but it wasn't like people are lining up to come see David perform, you know.
You're just kind of in the back, maybe hoping to get a laugh from someone.
So those laughs meant more because I was able to get those dudes to laugh. That meant more for sure.
Yeah, it's fun. It's addicting too.
Yeah, and I want to get back into it, but like I would just need you to cattle prod me again if I can get my.
If you need a judge, because my friend Jimmy did that actually. He did some jokes, just like right over there for a few of us, and I was like, yeah, that was good. What if you said it like this though, or what if you?
Yeah. I would need to write some stuff down again, but I remember having my iPad, and I remember being nervous as shit, and I remember like writing down a couple things. And then I just like had a list format at the end because I was like, I'll just fucking let it rip after that. Mm-hmm. And I remember you went up before me and did the same the same stick with your mom and your grandma, and it killed again. And I was like, fuck, dude, it's I was like, dang it, I know it's gonna. I was like, okay, the crowd's warmed up, but then a guy bombed. I remember a guy bombed like hard and like reading the notes and then shaky and then like couldn't get through maybe 2 or 3 of them and then like it was real rough. And I just remember being like, okay, I can either be Daniel or I can be that guy.
Oh, man.
And so I remember getting up and just being like super freaking nervous.
Right.
I remember my heart started pounding out of my chest, but it wasn't until after my first joke.
I couldn't really tell.
I
felt like you held it together pretty well.
I did.
Like, fucking David always has, even when he's fucking doing stand up for the first time. He has it together. I fucking hate this guy.
Yeah. It was definitely, on the outside, it might have looked all right, but on the inside, I remember just being like petrified. My first joke, I was just like, I like made some internet or found it on the internet and just was like, it was like about Jesus or something. Like, It was like if Jesus can walk on water and a cucumber is 97% water, and if I can stand on a cucumber, am I 97% Jesus?
I remember that.
So that was my first one, and then like
I got some laughs.
It got a little, but I was like, okay. I just remember like that was like just a taste, and I was like, all right, full throttle. I just gassed like here we go.
And then he started saying the N word, and it got so weird, man. He really did that. No, I'm just kidding.
Then I started jerking off. That was my finale.
We were on the news. We were all, hey, that's David.
It was too much. They're like, get him off stage. Oh God!
You didn't even pay for his food. Yeah. What piece of shit!
I had too much fun though, and
that's fun though. And I remember one of your jokes was, you just went through a list of firsts.
Yeah.
Where I remember my first time made out, and then you're like, I remember the first boner I had. Yeah. So I got some laughs. I thought you were gonna like follow up with it.
Yeah, I know, and that's just going off of like I literally made that list at the end, and I was just like, I have no idea. Like my adrenaline was so through the roof at that point, I couldn't think. I just had to keep reading. So I get I get exactly what you're saying.
And people give you the benefit of the doubt. One, if it's your first time, and if you're a kid.
Right.
Technically, so okay.
I just remember the epitome, so like I said, I did my freaking Jesus cucumber joke. It probably landed on a 3 out of 10 on the Richter scale. Like
I heard some laughs though. I remember hearing
all
that.
right. I just remember feeling like that just kicked out I just remember the adrenaline just like pouring into my veins after that. And then so I was like, okay, like if you're gonna make these people laugh, you got to get fucking crazy. And so then the N word came out. And then so it was
all uphill from there. Actually, it got a lot better.
The way I got to my first was I was like, so this is my first time doing stand up, is what I said. I'm like, this is my first time ever doing stand up, and I'm like, and I'm 18, so like,
woo!
if you
creepy old lady in the back, woo!
Yeah, someone's going woo, and I'm just like, yeah, so I'm legal. I'm legal, so watch out.
And then nobody clapped.
And then nobody, I was like, I'm legal, and. So watch out, ladies. And I was like, well, we can actually form a line right here if you want a finger bang in the back of my mom's SUV.
I can't remember.
And they freaking Richter scale went off, dude. Everybody in the whole place just fucking blew up. And that was the feeling like, holy shit, dude.
It's like doing drugs or getting.
It was the shaking. It felt like I was shaking. That's how crazy it felt. And I just remember people were like, oh, they were black people laughing. Like, they were, like, completely...
I know what you mean.
Knocking beers over, like...
Yes!
I remember there was one table right in front of me of the girls, and they were all just sitting there, like... They were all just like...
they thought it was funny.
Like, lesbians.
Did you say that?
No, I wish. I just remember being like,
oh God, you would have been the
if it wasn't
right there.
Okay, so I remember thinking, oh, they're pissed. I remember that, and then just turning to the iPad for more material, like, oh shit.
It's like, okay, plan B. What do I do?
And then it was to the first, and then it just fizzled out after that.
That is bound to happen, though.
Yeah.
Some people will find your shit hilarious. Some people, you just aren't.
Yeah,
I
just went to just crack, and it was just like, oh, dude, it was so funny. It was so funny at that moment and I just, like I said, I'd never done it once again. Like, I was just like, well, I'm 19 now. That joke's not going to work this time.
It's like I've been single for a year.
Like,
not much finger banging.
Now I'm 28.
In the back of my mom's SUV.
No, I just turned 28. I'm like, this joke's...
My mom took away the SUV now, so now we just got to do it. In my room,
someone's finger banging me now.
Now I'm getting finger banged. Life is crazy sometimes. How the turns of tables.
But again, going back to you, like, I would have never done that if it wasn't for you being yourself and like being all extroverted about it. You know, like, then it goes,
I was freaking the fuck out. And then, like, I was nervous as shit.
Yeah, how many shows I've gone to go see you play, or like Mark Montoya go play. Like, we had some buddies who were all into music, but like you have always been like pushing it, and like I would when I saw you play your little turtle show, I was like, I'm not surprised in the least bit at all.
I'm somehow insulted.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
Not surprised.
Look at him again.
Look at him. He probably hasn't showered.
Oh, man, you're a real G.
Needs the attention.
I'm glad we're talking.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, man. Fuck.
Needs the attention. I guess I better give it to him on his podcast.
No, Mom never hugged him.
Danielle. Right in the nose.
Stop it. What? It was a G note.
Yeah.
It was a C minor. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
But yeah, we met in middle school?
Middle school, yeah. Sixth grade.
Sixth grade, dude.
Taft.
We were
have
close
you
in
seen
middle
Taft
school.
lately? It's got a fence.
It's got a fence.
It's got a fence all around it, yeah. Because I subbed there a few times, and yeah, it's got a fence right where the concrete starts. Everything else is the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really? That's weird.
So I'm kind of thinking, what happened that they needed to build a fence?
Del Norte did a fence too, so I don't know if it's
Really?
it's like to cage them in.
Something like, I don't know. But they do let them out for lunch and let them play football and do stuff.
Yeah, I get it. I just don't know why. I don't know why the gate's there, because Del Norte did something just similar where it's like all gated. I wonder if it's from COVID or what. I don't know if it's a recent thing, but it was. You had to walk in a specific way, and then like the kids for lunch, they were like gated in a section like a freaking inmate.
Oh my god!
No, it was not the best look.
They lock it.
Every time I went to go get Chipotle, came back, I was like, "Look at all the inmates."
Look at them. They're hungry, are they?
Yeah.
I got Chipotle. What you guys got?
Yeah. Middle school. I just remember. Like you were my first friend that I didn't have from Alvarado. Mm-hmm. Like, you just. I don't know what class we had in sixth grade. That was so long ago. But
we had a few.
We had English.
We had Miss Cordova.
For sure. We had with Nico and.
We probably had a math class. Band, remember?
We had band. That's what it was.
Sixth grade band.
That was it.
You played trombone.
Yeah.
Trombone's dope.
Everybody wanted to play drums, dude. I remember I was going to be a drum kid. And then
everybody
put their hands up for drums.
Let's play drums. Everybody.
I was like, I don't want to play drums, and everybody's going to play drums. But I played trombone, and I don't know if you know or remember. His name was Josh Gallegos. He was a year older than we were. So he was a year older than us, but he went to Taft and then went to Valley.
I think I know who he is.
The only reason I know him 100% is because in sixth grade I started playing trombone and he was like right next to me. So we both started playing trombone together. I just saw him recently. He's a cop now.
Really?
For AP, or he was like doing like a APD. He's like a trainee right now. He's in one of those trucks.
Shit.
But his dad also coached me in my first year of at Valley. His dad was our football coach. But anyway, Josh Gallegos. He was. We were playing trombone all the time, dude, and it was. I love the that it was all on the sound.
Going in and the out.
Oh yeah, the big old
you just
thing
blow
on your lips,
right
so
into it.
Like,
dude.
Making
you
out.
Need that buzz.
It was like all. But yeah, I just love the sound and like the ability to, because you didn't have notes. You had to
you had to know exactly.
You had the 7, so you had to like know from the sound where you were at, which was like very.
That'll help.
Something I really liked.
Be in key. Yeah. That'll help you out musically if you want to.
Yeah, when I picked up guitar again a couple of years ago, I was like, oh, I remember how to do some of this stuff. Like,
see, there you go.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I didn't do. I wish I would have stayed in band though, because I didn't. I only did it in sixth grade.
No, you don't.
Really?
You wish you didn't stay. I'm glad I didn't stay in band just because. Well, I'd be stuck with clarinet, man.
In middle school, yeah, I guess. In middle school, Mr. Striegel just had it made. Like, he had that shit running like no other.
You could tell by all the trophies he had. So I thought, I really don't care. I don't want to be here. Playing clarinet.
Yeah. I was like, I want to be with the bitches in wood.
In shop class.
Yeah, I want to be in shop class.
What are they doing cool stuff.
I want to be with some bitches.
I want to build a chair.
None of these nerds.
For a pretty girl. It's going to fall apart as soon as she sits in it.
Yeah.
Remember, sorry, Kylie. Remember when she threw up in her flute?
Do I remember when she threw up in her flute? I don't remember that. Thank God I don't remember that.
I walked in as soon as it happened.
It's probably selective memory because Kylie was my neighbor. And
so you have a lot of memories?
Okay. Yeah, I had to see her a lot.
Because I remember walking in because I had a doctor's appointment or something. Just
Really? It came out of her flute? It came out of her flute?
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Yes.
That's so bad.
I'm sorry, Kylie. You're not watching this. And even if you are,
I'm sorry.
Remember you. See,
we still remember you, Kylie.
Memories.
Yeah, the greatest memory about you, Kylie, was the flute.
And being really cool. You're always really nice. She was nice. Why am I talking like she was always nice?
Sorry, God.
I saw Will at the biopark one day.
Really?
Yeah. I went there with my ex, and I just ran into him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Will were boys, dude, in high school. I need to talk to Will. He's like, he just got married and then had kids, just like all the Davidsons, Yeah. Just like, All right, you know.
Bop, 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 bop.
Yeah. Will and me were really close in 10th grade.
Mm-hmm.
He was
on the swim team too.
He was on the swim team. He was almost just as fast as I was. And
he was into heavy shit.
He was
into that devil music.
Yes, he was definitely into devil music, like shit that I couldn't understand.
Yeah.
He was definitely not actual devil music, but definitely like some Jesus loving devil music.
It sounded like devil music, but if you read the lyrics, it's a Bible verse.
Yeah,
I swear to God.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was my shit. Still is my shit.
Yeah.
Love it.
But yeah, he was also on the water polo team.
I remember that.
So me and him were on the water polo team together, and that was the best shape I probably was ever in, or the leanest I was ever.
It'll get you there.
I was like probably 4% body fat. Dude, I look at pictures of me, I'm like, dude, I was like, I don't have muscle. I don't have any muscle or anything. I just was like only head. Like I had the cabeza, and that was all, dude. I was like, that's it, dude.
That's just constantly moving.
Yeah.
Because in soccer, you can just stop. Even for just like a second.
Even when you're,
water polo, you just got it.
You're standing there and you're just like doing this egg beater thing.
So it's like soccer, but you're also trying not to drown.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah, Sam Burns was the one who got us into it, and he was like a huge
Sam Burns,
polo bear.
Oh yeah,
like,
he was
just like a polo bear.
Yeah, he was a big dude.
You get the ball and then like dunk it, and then just like shove it behind his back.
Just overpower you. There's nothing you could do about it.
Fucking awesome, dude. He was the reason. But he was the reason me and Will got rides to West Mesa when we were, because I was a sophomore, he was a junior. We both didn't have cars.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Will was a true homie.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah, they all lived right next to me.
All close to you, huh?
Yeah. Yep, and the Staffords, they were also right next to me too. But
Staffords?
Yeah, they were like neighborhood homies. But they were they were the ones who owned Sadie's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were like pretty close to our house too.
Sadie Stafford?
Yeah, Sadie Stafford.
Dude, did you see Sadie Stafford today? She was so hot. Holy fuck. Almost as spicy as her salsa.
Oh god, dude! I hope not, because that shit. Woo.
Sadie Stafford, if you're watching this,
I think she's passed away way long ago.
Oh no, God! Oh jeez! What the hell, man?
I miss you.
And welcome everybody
to
Learning Time. Welcome. How long did we go for? What did I say? Oh my God, 28 minutes. Oh my God.
Nice.
Well, on my show today is a very old friend I've known since I was 11 years old.
Yeah.
In 6th grade.
11 years old. Yeah, we were both young. That's something else we connected with right away.
Yeah.
Because your birthday's in August, right? Mm-hmm. And mine's in July 24th.
So you're like the babies.
So that's something I remember. Like first thing was like, I was like, that guy looks young.
Yeah. I was like, I'm pretty young. Yeah. I was a baby.
Yeah.
I barely missed the dedeline for the
cutoff.
For the cutoff, yeah, for 6th grader. They would have held me back.
Yeah.
Nothing holds me back, dog.
Yep.
Anyway, today on my show, very old friend. We were on the swim team together in high school. Went to...
Yeah, give some context, because they're like so lost, I'm sure.
Yeah, anyway.
We've gone on a lot of different tangents.
We grew up together, went through a lot of shenanigans at Taft.
We went to the same
Valley.
middle school. That was the biggest thing. Mm-hmm. And we were really close friends in middle school. High school, we started...
Freshman year, we didn't talk. We had no classes together.
Freshman year. Of high school is what you're saying?
And then it was until the swim team that we started hanging out again.
Swim team, yep, with Tara and Val and Will. Yep.
Then Gamboa the year after that.
Gamboa, holy shit, Gamboa. Oh, I'm sure he's probably running some shit now, dude.
Probably, yeah. He's
Gamboa, yeah.
Working hard. Last time I talked to him. Anyway, he's also races BMX. Is that the term for it?
It is racing. I race BMX. That is correct.
Okay.
It's on those little 20-inch bicycles.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been recently this year. I've been getting more into downhill. So going to Angel Fire Bike Park, which is it needs like a full downhill suspension, like real, like you can't just take this bike to the foothills and ride it, or even like to the road and ride it. It's like it is made for going fast down.
Oh shit!
So you can imagine that just is more excitement. So it's just like
more adrenaline
and less pedaling. So I'm like, this is the best of all of it.
Wait, I don't have to do any work at all except not die on the way.
So I'll get into snowboarding. I got into snowboarding maybe 10 years ago and got Jesse into it recently, and. Yeah, I think I like downhill biking more because the weather is so much nicer. You're wearing shorts and a t-shirt and the sun's out, and like compared to snowboarding where you're like
it could be freezing.
Yeah, you're like, oh, the wind is blowing me so sideways.
I've never been snowboarding before.
Oh, for sure, you definitely got to try it. It's definitely.
Everyone says it's a blast.
You would be the type of personality that would actually enjoy like the trials in the beginning, because you're definitely falling quite a lot. But if you've ever ridden a skateboard,
I'm very good at that.
If
yes.
you're ever able to ride a skateboard and have those kind of like being able to just like turn here and there,
you used to have a longboard, huh? Anyway, David Georges.
Yes. Oh yeah, my name.
The one and only.
The one and only. Yes, thank you,
David
Daniel,
Georges.
for inviting me.
7'3".
Yep, that's my penis size.
That's just his cock, everybody.
But yeah, we've been on and off friends for what, good about 10, 15 years almost.
15 years since we were kids.
Almost 15 years, dude. Because middle school was, or the first year of high school was 2008. Mm-hmm. So then that means the first year of middle school was 2005 or 2006? 2004.
Wait, so let's see. I was born in 93. Yeah, I didn't turn. Yeah, 2004.
So it's been 15.
Yes.
It's been more.
It's been a while.
It's been
a while since
it's been 16, 17 years, dude.
I still think the Nintendo DS is the shit. Because I remember back then is when it first came out. And that was the first thing I remember that had a touch screen.
Was the DS?
Was the Nintendo DS had the touch screen.
That was the white one that you could open up?
It's just the...
Yeah.
And had the dual screens.
Oh, I'm thinking of like the... Yeah, I remember that.
And that was the first device that I remember. Besides like this one ATM up in the Heights, because they always have the nice shit. Like you just, boop, yes, I would like a withdrawal.
Okay,
boop.
I got you.
That wasn't the buttons. But lots changed since then.
Most definitely.
It does not feel like it's been that long.
It's so crazy, yeah. Yeah, especially when you're in like the monotonous day to day and you just like don't realize like I said earlier, it's like you are the decisions that you make, you know.
Closer.
Yeah, you are the decisions that you make.
I mean, from now on, David.
Yeah.
You can scoot the boom arm. I'm being so bossy. I know.
That's all right.
Lay this way. Angle it this way.
Put your
Sit
butt
here.
up this way.
Here, take your shoes off.
I am on the casting couch.
That's right. Just reupholstered. It used to be black leather, but I thought this is going to get too much attention.
This is going to get too much attention.
I'm going to get too much flack for this, so we had it all changed.
Nice.
The stains are still there, but we got the black leather.
Stains out. But yeah, it's been it's been crazy for sure. Like thinking about middle school and how like you think your life's all ahead of you, and then you get to like now, and you're like, is my life still ahead of me, or all these decisions I've made corrected my course? Or
I think that's very true, and I think it's about the mindset that you have. But also, what sucks is that some mistakes that you acknowledge as mistakes now that you did back then, they could affect you now in a negative way. You're just like, man, I shouldn't have, whether it's like done drugs or just done risky shit or just, got in trouble. Now it's kind of like, maybe you like serve time at an early age, but maybe a year or two later you understand, okay, that's not a way to be, and you understand that now, but it still kind of holds you back in some ways. I forgot where I was going with this. But anyway, it's fun to reminisce. Reminisce.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thinking about...
I don't remember a lot of middle school. Did you ever go to the dances? Did you go to the...
Yeah.
I went to one.
You went to one?
Yeah, it was the 8th grade dance. I just remember just Miss Voller taught us how to do that. Remember Miss Voller?
Yeah.
And she'd like...
Do
like,
what?
You hold hands, and then you come together, and then you do some hand dance.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And she's like...
Miss Voller taught us that? Or taught you that?
She taught me. She gave me a private lesson. She got me a private lesson, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then she gave me a lap dance.
Yeah, Miss Voller. I wouldn't mind a lap dance.
Yeah,
Miss
I
Voller.
would not either.
Miss Voller was so nice to me.
I had no hot teachers in high school.
Really?
Yes.
No hot teachers in high school.
I remember Miss Britt.
Yeah, I don't think I had.
I never had her, though.
I had a lot of really good teachers in high school, but I didn't have a lot of hot teachers.
a lot of attractiveness.
Yeah, but that was something.
Ellington, though. Mark, if you're listening to this, the band teacher.
Oh, really?
No. We started hanging out again.
Mark?
Yeah,
Montoya?
Mark Ellington, my old band teacher.
Oh, Mark Ellington.
Because he plays music too. He's fucking
really
like the best saxophonist. Yeah.
When did he?
And he taught at Valley. Our
Valley?
junior year. That was his first year. And he's still there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's sick. You just put him in any group.
He'll do it.
And he can just...
What does he play? You keep
saxophone.
doing this like it's a piccolo or something.
I'll let you guess.
Yeah,
Could be anything, really.
It's not a trombone.
It's a long wet sock.
Yeah, right.
Full of Play-Doh.
Yeah, for sure.
Saxophone. He saxes it up, man.
Yeah, he's saxy.
It's some hot sax.
Some hot sax.
Some sax on the beach.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Sax in the city, man.
Sax in the city.
Consensual well, sax.
Yeah, for sure. I think, yeah.
Hot, nasty sax.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I think I'm done.
Sax in the city.
Sax in the city. I haven't heard that one yet. One time I was going to start this band with my other friend who plays sax, and I was trying to think of names because I was so excited about it because we were trying to be something like the band Moon Hooch, where there are 2 saxophones and a drummer, and they play like EDM style music.
Okay.
So it's really upbeat and just it's all boppers.
Okay, gotcha.
They're all bops.
Gotcha.
So we tried to do something like that, and I made like a bracket of like sax names that are puns. I was like Sax in the City versus that. I had a bunch of them. I really put in the work.
And then what did you end up coming up with?
I think it was Sax in the City.
Sax in the City was it? Oh,
or Hot Nasty Sax.
Hot and Nasty Sax.
Come sax me up.
Come sax
Daddy.
me up. I'm sure all those were good ones.
Mark Montoya played saxophone.
Yes, he did.
I remember that.
Yep.
In band. We played music. You saw us play at the Gasworks.
Yep.
With you and your friend from the football team.
Dylan,
yeah.
Tall ass dude.
Yeah, because he was into that heavy shit.
Yep.
And that was because I played with, me and Mark, and then this other guy, Lucas, who went to Valley.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He was two grades below us.
Yeah, he swam, didn't he?
No.
No,
not that Lucas.
Okay.
He was Brazilian.
Gotcha.
And also a puto. He still is a puto.
Oh, he is?
He's Captain Puto.
Gotcha.
He knows it, Lucas.
He knows it.
We know. You've earned that title.
For sure.
And that was a lot of fun. You said you played guitar recently, right?
Yeah.
Did you?
I was playing guitar, it must have been a while ago. Because I was playing, I just needed another hobby. And I had an old guitar and I was just strumming on that. And it must have been for maybe a year.
Ah, shit.
Damn, ringtone.
It makes every conversation just higher stakes.
For sure.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but on the guitar, I was playing guitar for 6 months and got pretty good doing open chords and just progressions and stuff. And then my fiance, or Jessie, my girlfriend at the time, who was my first real birthday with her. We started dating in February 2016. My birthday was in July 2016. She got me a Martin guitar. A Martin, acoustic electric plug-in.
She liked you.
Dude, I got that guitar and I could sense my mom's jealousy. That's how big of a purchase it was. It was such a nice purchase that my mom was she made some one-off comment. Oh, I guess you don't need mom anymore.
I know, right? That's right.
And I was just all oh.
It's well, mom, you never bought me a Martin guitar.
Yeah. It was just it was very.
Dang.
It was the nicest thing she's ever gotten me because she's never peaked. Of course, that's a very high gift, but it was just expensive.
Yes.
So
they're pricey.
I was
that's
just
wow,
shit. Wow, that's a very big gift. And
how do I repay this back to her? Was that that's what I would have thought.
Yeah, it was definitely.
What do I have to do now?
It was definitely a conundrum for sure. It was more problems than I wanted for a present, and
should be a thing, should be an experience. So a thing and an experience.
So, but I've been picking it up here and there, but it's definitely dusty and it's not getting as much time as it needs. But
put it in a case, man.
Yeah, I should do that too.
Put it in a case, man. Now.
Yeah, for sure. It's yeah.
You ever do finger picking?
That's the level I was trying to get to when I was really playing well. It was open chords were getting boring, and then I was okay, I need to start finger picking, and then I just kind of got a new job, kind of fell off and stuff like that.
Because I think that would be a good step from chords. I don't play guitar. I'm not a guitar teacher. I play a little bit, but once you have the chords down, it's just the fingers.
You're more of an oboe guy.
Yes. Clarinet was my calling, but oboe really.
Oboe really, the squeakier the better.
What's the difference? Alex Gallegos played.
Yes,
oboe.
I know. That's why I even know what an
it.
oboe is, bro. That's the only reason I know what an oboe is.
With those reeds, man, fuck those reeds. They're
that's what it sounded like. A real fucking high pitched fart.
You ever just put your palm against a leather couch and just twist it,
or just get your sweaty ass off a couch. That's more like it.
That's the oboe. You just do it. to a key, and he was on the swim team too.
Yeah, Alex Vegas.
Who wasn't on the swim team?
I know, right?
Everybody else.
I feel like we brought the swim team up pretty well. Like we definitely had like good vibes.
Yeah, we definitely
like,
did. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, right. You were way better.
No. I'm not talking about like. I'm not even talking about the competition. I'm just talking about like people willing to be a part of that.
Vibe, yeah.
Yeah. Because like it was like Tara, Val, me, you,
Sam,
AJ Blue Sky.
You know, like
Chris Garcia, dude. I just saw Chris Garcia at Jason Lee's house. But but yeah, all the good people were just like we were all trying to succeed. Mm-hmm. Like it didn't matter if it was like swimming was like the least of our concerns. So like I just remember like we all graduated high school. Like we all had plans to go to college. Like we were all like had our shit together. You know, like I had friends who like Cannon who didn't have his shit together, and like that was either parental guidance or lack of, or just
didn't want to plan out.
Yeah, or like you don't realize what you're doing to yourself. That goes back to like, you know, you are your decisions, and like you don't realize the consequences of all your decisions every single time you make them.
They'll catch up to you.
Yeah. You know, like
when they will, you wish you did something.
Right. Yeah, and that's something like. Like you don't even realize what you're doing or who you're doing it to, because you're just like, it's hard not to be so self-centered, and especially with like fucking everything going on with like your phone and social media and all that shit.
Emails, people could just email you any.
Yeah, I know.
You ever gotten emails at just like midnight?
Yeah, give you a fucking voicemail. You know, you gotta fucking delete that off of there. You know, that's bullshit.
I know. Life was so much simpler.
Yeah, I know.
God, it really was though.
When you had a Game Boy and Facebook was only on the computer.
It was MySpace.
Yeah, dude.
That was the shit.
I remember getting bitches on MySpace. That's
what I remember not.
I remember that refined my ability to talk to females.
Damn.
That definitely did that for me. It didn't ever get me actually bitches, but I was in the running for bitches.
It's like you practiced your game.
I was definitely like refining my game of how to talk to girls. Because like
okay.
8th grade dance. You brought up 8th grade dance, right? I went to probably one 8th grade dance, and it was with Emma Kelly. Emma was my girlfriend at the time, but I was petrified. I was petrified of talking to her for whatever reason. Right. For whatever reason, now that we put this quote on that you were my girlfriend, I had this like mental block of not being able to literally like talk to her. Like, for whatever reason.
It's that adolescent swag, man.
Yeah, right? I'm like, I'm so fucking cool, I'm not going to talk to her, and she'll be all over my dick. Yeah, like, it was just like, so naive, right? Just like, I remember asking my mom, how do I talk to a girl, like my girlfriend? And she was like, what the hell are you talking about?
And everyone would give you, well, not you, but people would make such a big deal.
Right. Oh, why aren't you talking to Emma?
We're going out. Why don't you guys go?
Yeah, exactly. That's
the
middle
biggest
school.
Thing in the
It's
right.
School,
it's like nothing better to do.
So we go to the middle school dance, and I actually like talked to her, and we were actually like somewhat like. We're like touching each other, and like this was like a big thing for me. Like
those are her hips,
my arm was
under her hips
my arm was around her shoulder. I remember in the limo, and they were all like, Floor and Nico are all like giggling, like, I remember you guys like not talking, and now you're all talking now. And
so it's like their best friend, and then you're with her. You're like,
I can't believe this. I just also one thing about the
petrifying
8th grade dance is I was so sweaty. I remember,
oh my god, it was hot as fuck. That's
it must have been like the day I hit puberty, because I sweated like a man that day. I sweated like a fucking man. I was like, oh shit, oh god damn.
Top button
like I had sweat all the way down, like a sweat V down here. I had Emma's dad's jacket because I showed up in jeans and a t-shirt.
He's like, let me help you out.
Like, he gave me this like jacket, and I was sweating through that. I was just like, it was very like so not good. And I just remember multiple people coming up to me. Candida. Do you remember that name?
Yeah, I dated her.
Yeah, dude.
For like 2 weeks.
Candida, bro. I haven't thought of that name in like forever. Like, I still think of Nico. I still think of Flora. I still think of Candida. I haven't heard that name. Anyway, she came up to me with some napkins. Like, some paper napkins. And was like, tell yourself off. And I just remember being like, I must look so bad
right now. A bunch of napkins attached to you. We called you Napkin Boy for 3 years.
I just have a loincloth on my chin. Like,
he's got napkins on his chest.
It was not something I'm proud of. But it's just something to, like, laugh about. Because I was just like... Yeah, I was like,
it's a ritual. That's the rite of passage.
Let's go. I'm talking to Emma.
I don't even think I went with anyone. I just kind of danced.
Yeah.
I didn't even want. I didn't have a single date to any
I remember
school.
I remember we got a limo. That's how next level.
I remember hearing about that and being the only one not invited to that.
Oh, wow.
I remember that.
I remember.
I still think about that to this date. No shit.
I remember avoiding you for a couple of weeks after that. I think
I avoided you, man.
It was only
I avoided
Emma.
him.
It was only because of Emma. The only reason I didn't go on that thing I do is because of Emma. But yeah, that was a time for sure. I remember I dated Kenzie right before that.
I remember that.
And I just, same thing, petrified. Just like couldn't talk to a girl, bro. So MySpace, I brought up MySpace, right? That was the like, I remember texting or like hearing about all the girls from Garfield. Like, I don't know how that happened. I just remember there's girls in Garfield, they're hot. And I was like, oh, okay. And so somehow I got a hold of Ruby and I got a hold of Val on MySpace.
Did they go to Garfield?
Yeah, they went to Garfield. And I don't remember how I got in contact with them, but I just remember maybe it was Mark or someone like Mark Lampkin. And just bro, there's some bitches.
There's some bitches in Valley. Garfield, Valley, bro.
Yeah, you got to get some of those girls. And I was like, okay, for sure. And I I'm messaging like every girl I possibly could, dude, and just like trying to get anybody to message me back. But I remember talking to Val, talking to Ruby, specifically those two. I can't remember much more than that. I guess it was only two girls. I was
blondes, huh?
Yeah, I definitely had a type, I guess. But yeah, we were just that's how I was like, okay, it's not all that hard, David. You're just like, it's a mental block. Yeah. It's like you had a girlfriend that wouldn't talk to you, or like you wouldn't talk to her. You had
two girlfriends.
Third strike, you're going to be Inuit or incel.
Oh God,
you're going to be jerking off more than you'd like. Trust me.
Just hating life. Yeah. Can be better than this. Try
out. You got to be better, Stan. So yeah, I just remember, and yeah, I remember Kenzie, my first girlfriend ever in middle school. She was like, it was not even her; it was her friend. She's like, "You're going to kiss her tonight, or like after school." And I was like, "No,
not that." But here, like, no. You're going to kiss her. What are you going to do? Like,
and I was like, "No, I remember no." And like they were like trying to pin me down, and I was like, "Get the fuck off me!"
They tried to pin him down, but he was taller than most teachers, so they couldn't do it.
Yeah, then they tried to pull my pin out. But yeah, it was crazy. It was like three girls trying to pin me down to kiss one of them, and I was like, I felt like,
wow, sorry. I'm sorry that happened to you.
I know. Wow. That's what I'm saying. Those are my PTSD stories. I know.
Man, the few, the proud. Oh God. I can only imagine.
So yeah.
I had to imagine. It didn't happen.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, so I was just like so ignorant about any of that. I was just like, oh, okay. But yeah,
because no one gives you a guide. Yeah. Maybe your dad tells you, but how can you know?
Especially being the firstborn. Because like,
you have to lead. You have to set the example.
I was like, okay. And then like I was trying to help JJ and Andy, and I don't know if that ever helped at all. But like I was like, here's Tina, Andy.
Oh, you got to just do things on your own, even if you have the example,
right?
Because on their end, they kind of have to follow in your footsteps a bit.
Well, but yeah, it was just funny because like it was the only reason I bring up the firstborn is because like Mark, like who I hung out with a lot, and especially going into high school and like in high school, he had Jeff, and Jeff just graduated high school, his older brother. So like he already knew the ins and outs kind of thing, and like already knew kind of like you want to get with bitches, David. We're gonna want to drink beer eventually, you know.
By the time you're 16, if you don't, I don't know.
So he's like, we gotta get with bitches and drink Foster's beer, and like I'm like, okay, we're gonna listen to Metallica.
Shit, right?
Yeah, we're gonna listen to Metallica only because we're men.
Show each other porn.
Yeah. My first beer story was drinking Tecate. And then like being like couldn't even stomach it, like taking two sips and being like, no, I can't, I can't do it. And so I go into my fridge and I'm like, what am I gonna mix this with?
Yeah, right. What am I gonna mix this beer? You make a margarita.
I make a Milkshakes. So I look into the fridge.
Oh my god!
And I look I have water, which probably would have been a decent idea, or milk.
At the time,
I was a kid and I fucking loved milk, dude. So I freaking pour like a good 8 ounce of milk and just pour the rest of my Tecate.
All right, this is over. I'm ending this. Disgusting.
I pour my Tecate in there, and then I am able to stomach that. For whatever reason, that was a better than. So I'm drinking fizzy, bubbly milk.
I can't even imagine what that looks like. Jesus.
That has alcohol in it, and I'm drinking it. And then I put it down, and I'm like, I'm never drinking alcohol again.
Yeah, I don't think most people would after that shit.
I'm not drinking alcohol again. So, yeah.
I need to mix this beer with something. I got water, I got
milk. Water and
milk!
So, yeah.
Was that 2%? I don't care.
So, yeah, I definitely did not hear, or I don't think Always Sunny. I don't think Always Sunny was a thing before that.
That does sound like some Mexican shit.
But they made fight milk
from the valley.
I made fight milk before they did. I definitely made fight milk. That
was the first official stout.
That was definitely
on planet Earth.
The grossest thing I've ever done.
Oh, golly.
It was definitely like, but that just shows that how ignorant I was. Like I was just like,
I mean,
I'm like, oh, Mark has Jeff, and I have fucking my milk beer.
That's the welcome to high school.
Yeah, it's like stamp of approval, dumbass. Yeah, dude. I tell that story to people and they literally don't believe it. They won't believe it.
I believe it.
I know you do.
I believe it.
Oh, God.
I definitely
milk,
believe
bro.
it.
Yeah.
See, and that's when... See, that's the... What's it called? Not the... What's the fuck? You know what I'm trying to say? No, you don't know.
No, I don't.
I'm trying to say no.
You're
the gateway drug. There we go.
That's my gateway drug?
That's the gateway
God,
drug.
yeah.
It's not weed.
Yeah. I do like a good White Russian, though.
How do they make those with?
That's Kahlua, vodka, and
some cream?
Cream, like half and half or something.
I love half and half just by itself. Mm-hmm. I would drink it if it just wasn't so
I got some
unhealthy for you.
homegrown half and half you'd probably like.
Some homegrown? Yeah. It's a free range. You got it in the background.
Yeah, it's not farm fresh.
It's cage free.
Yeah, it's definitely cage free. This motherfucker's running out in the wild.
It's in the neighbor's yard.
Yeah.
We've gotten several complaints about it, actually. Please help. We lost it. We don't know where the half and half went.
Yeah, please. The half and half machine is gone.
Damn. I haven't had a White Russian in years.
Yeah, we went to I went to Durango recently, and they had to go snowboarding, and they had a drink. It's called a Charlie Brown. It's like a so you
get Tecate and you get 2%.
Yeah.
That's some Charlie Brown.
2% milk. Yeah, that's like me trying to drink a beer and then just like doing the kick of the football and just like.
That's two whole cans of Tecate. 1 whole gallon of milk.
Yeah, dude.
$16.
It's so wrong, dude. It's so wrong.
But I'm sorry. What was in the Charlie Brown?
The Charlie Brown is root beer, and I think it has root beer. Then it has half and half, a little bit half and half, and then I think Kahlua and vodka in it. So it's like a White Russian, but with root beer.
Damn.
So it's like a root beer flow kind of taste, and it's perfect. I got one all it was like $10, of course, at the resort. I'm like, oh my God, I'm making these when I get home. And I did, and I was like, not as good as the resort one, but it's all right. It's all right. It's Tecate and milk, and then that drink, and then there's the Charlie Brown.
The meme where it's like expectations and then reality.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Drinks at the bar. Then drinks you make it home.
Yeah, drinks you make it home. Yeah, go with salsa.
So if you think you go to Anodyne or someplace, you ask for a Charlie Brown.
Have
you tried asking for that here?
I tried to ask for it, but it was like somewhere in Texas, and they looked at me like I was a dumbass. I'm sure.
From Durango.
Yeah, but I'm sure if you look it up, you could show it. But it's literally just, can I have a root beer with some half and half and vodka and Kahlua?
Oh, White Russian with root beer?
Yeah,
why'd you say that?
Yeah. You can just say that too. White Russian with root beer, less half and half, and more root beer for sure.
Whenever they ask, I could look it up. Like, just give me a beer. That's fine. I don't want to put more.
I was onto something with that creamy, bubbly stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I think I just went a little too much bubbly, a little too much milk and cream.
We have some Tecate and beer.
Yeah, I was like,
start getting flashback. Oh no,
my stomach is flipping already.
Like in Guantanamo Bay. Like, oh my God, the treatment.
Oh my God, yeah, the Tecate and milk story. That's something I didn't want to talk about, but we're here. We're already 10 minutes into it.
We're not editing it. Oh, we're past 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We're past.
No, into that story. I'm saying.
Oh, into that story. How did it make you feel? I'm just kidding.
God, it made me feel like a dumbass. Yeah,
go ahead.
That was something also, like, I had to learn about my tolerances with alcohol on my own, too. So, like, I went to a couple parties, got way too fucking drunk, and, like, puked everywhere. And, like, that's how you fucking die.
I'm feeling good.
Like,
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling, what the fuck?
Yeah, we're, like, playing shot pong. And, like, we're all, like...
and now you play beer pong with water.
We're like 17 and 16 and like...
Let's do shot pong. Okay.
Yeah, dude. Right. Oh, my God. With like Kirtland vodka and shit. We're just like...
I got into my dad's stash, bro.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's not your dad's, bro.
Yeah, I think that's why in Britain they have... That's what I've heard. Mm-hmm. I don't know from where. I don't know if it's a credible source, but I've heard they have... more of a tolerance to alcohol. They're more smart about it than here because the drinking or the legal age is 18.
Gotcha.
So, they go, they get fucked up and they make a regrets by the time they're 21.
Oh, I gotcha.
Okay, now
my fiance, Jessie, she's been to Europe a couple times and she said that like they have table wine for kids and stuff. Like it's definitely more like it's not hidden from them as it was when we were kids. Like, they wouldn't have done the Tecate and milk.
I just think of a Fisher-Price set, table wine for kids.
Yeah. My first bottle, yeah.
Baby's first Jack. Yeah. Baby's first handle.
Yeah, baby's first handle of vodka. Bad decisions all over it.
Order now, you get a free pack of Slims. Baby's first Slim. They smoke a shit ton in Europe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's something Jesse talked about, too.
Oh, fuck that.
We smoke cigarettes.
We cigaros. It's American spirit. Disgusting. Have you been to Europe?
I've never been to Europe. I've never been out of the country, actually.
I've never been out of the country
I've
either.
never been to Mexico. I've been to Canada
Been to Belen.
Belen, that's pretty crazy.
I've been to Rio Rancho.
Yeah, I've been
Los
to
Lunas. I've been everywhere, man.
I've been to the beaches of Tingley Beach. It's
the shores of Tingley.
Yeah, I've been there. It's been nice.
I've been to Elephant Butte.
Yeah. Yeah, we just went to Texas recently for 4th of July. And it was really nice. It was just like Denton, which is like north of Dallas. So someone said it's like a triangle. It's like Denton's up here, then Dallas and Fort Worth. It's all like 3 big cities that have
the Texas Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, it's like the redneck triangle.
If you're caught in the middle, you'll...
It was actually like not...
beat up at a rodeo.
Yeah, it was not too hot, which was kind of nice. Like I thought it was going to be fucking like dick the whole time. Like, no, this is way too hot. But it's actually pretty nice.
What all did you do there?
My buddy, we stayed with
cattle.
We roped some cattle. We definitely two-stepped. No, we actually...
Some dip.
I definitely did tobacco, but I don't...
Tobacco?
I think it was a pouch. I don't think it was actual tobacco.
A whole ass pouch?
A pouch, yeah.
Damn.
I was all...
You got buzzed from what I hear.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
All the baseball kids at Valley would just do dip, like low key.
Me and Mark were out in front of my house once, and Mark loved to fucking challenge me because he was just a dickhead and just like seeing me flailing around. He was all, bro, you should do a horseshoe, and I was all, okay. And this was with actual tobacco. So a horseshoe is where you put the whole like dip all in your fucking mouth.
What the fuck?
Like you're doing. I did one.
That's some Urban Dictionary shit.
It was definitely 3. It was definitely 3. And I did 3 dips, dude. And I remember just like.
Wait, that was in Texas or was it?
No. This was This was when we were growing up.
Oh shit!
This was we got on dip, and I just went on this pothole. But yeah, we're just like sitting there, and I'm just sitting on the truck bed, and I remember just like leaning over and being like, "Oh, I don't feel freaking good." And it was just like, and I just remember leaning over, and then like, you know how people like will spit, and then it's like good for a bit. I was like spitting continuously. I was like a drip faucet of just like drool. I was just sitting there, just like just like trying to shoot the gap so I don't get it on my pants
or shoes.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my god. Yeah, I ended up fucking puking everywhere.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I was dipping a lot when I was working at the car dealership.
Oh, damn.
So when I was working at the dealership, people would smoke cigarettes all the time, and I was like, I need a time waster. Like, this shit's going by way too slow. So I started dipping.
We're trying Nintendo DS.
What?
Yeah.
What?
You ever just had a handheld video game?
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
Wow, look at George's with his 3DS.
Yeah, I wish I should have. I know. I probably couldn't have taken the ridicule, though. Those guys are savages. So I was just with the freaking dip in my mouth and just like, oh my God. Like, I got sick once and I was just like, nah, I'm not doing that again. And I haven't done dip in a long time.
Never done that.
It's just like not tasty, and it's not appealing, especially when you're a girl. It's like you don't want to kiss you with that, and you don't want to be all
because you want to seem all bad. It's like, look at me, I'm chewing dip.
No. With you in that shirt and some cowboy boots.
That's that.
Yeah.
Some aviators.
Some aviators.
It's like, what's this vibe? What's this guy's vibe? I don't understand.
It's all over the place. I have no idea.
You ever seen these?
No, I have never seen
those.
those.
You ever seen these? Look, America. Check it out.
What the fuck?
They're called Fit Kicks.
Okay.
So they're just like I call them half shoes.
They're like
ballerina shoes.
No,
Ninja
like
shoes.
Water shoes.
Pretty much, yeah. They're great. I don't cosplay, but if you like want to cosplay as like Spider-Man and you don't want to like get goat heads or wear sneakers, you can just wear these.
What the fuck?
Because I got them at my old work. I used to work at Lieber's Luggage.
Lieber's Luggage.
Yeah.
Oh, the one off. Okay.
Off the mall. Yeah. Selling luggage
How was that?
to old people. It was all right.
You make commission on that?
A little bit.
A little bit.
My friend was the manager, Tyler. He's really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. And he just got me a job there. I did that for like.
How much of your check was commission based?
It was I only got commission on a select brand.
Oh, okay. So you weren't pressured or anything to ever do anything. Gotcha.
But we were always told, hey, you should sell this. But because it was the highest. It was like the Martin guitars of luggage.
Gotcha.
Old people are really peculiar about their luggage.
For sure.
They're just like,
so
I just got this. Like, it's a fucking box of wheels. Like, I don't.
Right.
Just get something. I don't know. I guess if you do travel a lot, you get what you pay for in terms of sturdiness.
Gotcha.
And all that. But the owner, he's like, you ever think about the stories that these pieces of luggage will tell after the trip? No. I
was in a dark room for freaking hours.
It's like, would you grow up in an airport?
And I was in the freaking hotel the whole time. Like,
were you a bellboy from birth? Like, what was going? No, like not at all. No. I just tell him, see, look at this feature, and look at this zipper, and you can look at this. And then look at this. I'm just kidding. Don't look at that.
I'll zip something real quick.
That's what I'm going to do on my break because I'm selling luggage.
Yeah. The reason I asked about the commission is because I was, like I said before, I was selling cars right after high school.
Damn.
It was pretty much all commission.
Wheeling and dealing.
It was all commission.
Right? Because like how else are you going to make money but sell the
cars, right?
The cars.
And especially with the way that I was taught, it was like so dumbed down. You were only worried about the product of the car, and that was it. Like the numbers, all that shit, manager takes care of.
Oh, shit.
You were literally just like the face of the deal, and then you were just trying to get them inside again. Like, so it was definitely like
pressure.
There was pressure, but I, of course, like, you know who I am. Like, I was just like, fuck this. I just got to make a check. It's all right. So I was okay with it, but my first check I got. So the way the pay scale worked was like, if you sell 10 cars, then you get this $500 bonus. So you like all the cars, you get paid a flat. So you get paid $125 per car. So if you sell up to 10 cars, then you get retroactively paid. You get retroactively paid $50 per car.
Okay.
So like instead of you selling a car for $125, once you sell 10, all those cars you get now $175.
Okay.
So the idea is for you to sell as many cars as possible, of course, because then it gets bumped every 5. So you sell 15, you get extra $225. You get 20, you get $275 per car. So it gets kind of up there, but you can see how like people will get burnt out if they're never selling 10 cars, right? Because my first check, I sold 9.5 cars, but one of them rolled.
9.5.
Yeah, so like
we got this half. We got the back seat. Yeah, we don't know where the front seat's at, but we got it. Cut you a deal, bro.
Right. So like you and me were working at the dealership. You talked to them and helped them, and then I finished the deal. So that would be considered like a half a deal. Okay. Right? It's not. I'm selling a fucking. Here's a motorcycle. Boom. There we go.
It's a
2 wheels. That's it.
Here's a 2-wheeler.
But yeah, so we would.
Excel only takes a motorcycle as half a car. So that's how we get it.
So 9.5 cars would only get you. Doesn't get you the jump. Doesn't get you the bump. So if you do 9 times 125, it's not that much money. You're looking at maybe $1,000, right? Just a little bit over that. You get $1,000 flat commission, $1,000 flat. So you're getting about $2,000, but that's a month of work.
Okay.
Right.
I think.
So you get every
I'm following you.
Every month you get $1,000, and then your commission is that $125 per whatever car until you get to 10,
okay.
Right. So I got $1,000 off of my salary or whatever my normal working hours were, and then I got my extra, whatever cars I sold was the commission part of it. The reason I bring that up is because I sold less than 10 cars, so I didn't get the bump. So I got my first check and it was like $1,600 like total. So like my first check and my second check together was only $1,600. I cried. Like, in front of Jesse, I cried because I was like, I don't think it's worth it because I've just put in.
I've been there.
I've just put in 60, 70 plus hours. To get these cars sold, and like it's not worth it.
They couldn't, because it's pretty much up to the owner. He's like, you made 9.5. You've been working hard. I'll just bump you up to 10. But
I mean,
not trying to shit on your owner.
No. But there's a business office and there's like number crunchers. So there's like a lot of layers that get to. It's not like
I don't know.
At Garcia Honda, there's a lot of like that's their breadwinner. Like that's the one. Like Garcias have a lot of different dealerships, but that one is the one that they fucking make their money on.
The main source, the nucleus.
The nucleus, for sure. And the reason, but again, it's just like the commission was just like, it killed me the first time. But then once you get to that steady, like you're comfortable with everything and you understand, I was making pretty good money as a salesperson. But it wasn't until I moved up into being in finance where I was doing the contracting was when I was really making more money, but also working like 80-hour weeks.
Jeez.
Like getting home at 10 o'clock. Going to work at 11 the next day, or like going to work at 8:30 the next day, maybe getting off at like 7 or 8. So
it's got to wear you out.
The hours wore me out, and then it was also I'd come home and I'd be unhappy. Like I would be like, it's not fulfilling work. Yeah. I'm always looking for a mark, which is like the worst in people. Like I'm always looking for the person who doesn't understand, or person like if I get a teacher from APS, I was like, well, they're not going to buy shit because they can't afford shit, right? And they're smart enough to look at everything. Like the way that our contracting worked was that you can show them the payment, you can show them everything, and then you have the out the door at the bottom, right? Most people are really worried about payment, though. They're really conscious about payment. So it's like as long as the payment gets you where you want to be, like the out the door, it matters to a lot of people, but it doesn't matter to most people. Or I guess I said that wrong, but like. The out the door, like they would be just like ready to get out, or like they're like, I want the warranty, I want the protection, but like it cost me $30 more a month. Like I already told them I was already maxed out on my payment, so you can see how like the back and forth kind of comes through. And so it was just not a good situation. It was just not good. All the and I didn't even get into all the finagling the sales manager would do to make me feel like I was the trickster or I was in the trick bag.
Oh man.
And so like there was just a lot. Like I came home fucking happy as shit because I made so much money, but in reality I just like didn't really like I'm really raking it over on these people. And the way that the scaling worked on the money was like you can charge them whatever you feel like you can charge them.
Damn.
So like it was like super shady, super not what I wanted to do. So then going to making a bow on this, so I don't have to keep talking about this. Teaching was the best thing that could ever happen to me because then I saw the same marks, I saw the same fucking tendencies of they're not paying attention, they're not looking, they don't understand, and then I could help them. So like, hey, Chris, I know you're not paying attention. What is this right here? Okay, make sure you're paying attention. Let's go over it again, right? So like being someone who is a net positive instead of like a net negative. Because I just felt like just like the worthless. Like you had
to drag around the customer.
I felt like
you wanted to do.
I was just taking
when kids
advantage.
do that. You're like, okay, well, let me help you get to where you.
Yeah, I felt like I was taking advantage of people's, of just people in general.
Yeah.
And then pressured in my own paycheck was involved with that. So like I was like, if I want to make money, I got to do this. If I want to like not get fired, then I have to hit this threshold. And so like. Yeah, so that's why I was curious if you can relate at all, because I was just like completely to the point. And then my days off, I didn't even mention that. I had Tuesdays off, and then every other Sunday off.
Wow.
So like 1 week I'd only work 6 days a week and then have a Tuesday off. So I'm like, hey, who wants to party on a Tuesday?
Right?
Oh, no one?
No one.
Okay.
And it's Tuesday and Sunday, you said?
And then every other Sunday.
Every other Sunday. So it's not like you would work in between your days off. That's
exactly.
Oh, fuck.
Exactly.
Fuck, man.
So it was just, and they probably fixed everything once I left. But like I said, dude, I just like got completely fucking burned at both ends.
That'll do it.
And being a teacher has just been like so much more fulfilling. Seeing the progression of kids and like seeing that like me caring means something to them.
Yeah.
That's
something
something
need
that,
an adult to
right. Because most of the kids, I was talking to one of Oh my God, so many teaching things that are just so freaking ridiculous and funny, but it's just like I can't laugh in the moment.
Some of the kids crack yak.
So we started online, right? At APS, we started online. And so I got the job late too. So like I didn't even start with the kids on the year. Like I got into teaching 5 weeks into the school year.
Okay.
So like they threw me to the wolves with like no... Here's the first day. Here's how this shit should go. They gave me the Google Classrooms. They gave me the login codes, and they gave me the
attendance,
the ability to do attendance. No syllabus was provided.
Wow.
The book wasn't even given to me. Like I didn't have a book. I had to like figure out. Like I thought that I was given the book, but that ended up being the regular algebra book. And so I was like, "Who has this book?" Nobody had that book. And then so I'm like, "Okay, I got to change my curriculum." You know, so all this has happened.
Oh man!
In like the first couple of weeks, right?
Yeah,
so I'm just like already overwhelmed to the point of like I'm having EAs run my class. So the EAs are the people who are like the assistants, right? And I am like just
learning
completely.
As you go.
I have one EA who texts me every day trying to get the lesson plan made. I have one EA who barely shows up. I have one EA who is like 80 years old and is like doesn't know how to mute herself, so she keeps like coughing throughout the whole entire class, or like just like human noises, and it's just like crazy. And I had 3 EAs in one class.
Dang.
Or I had 3 teachers, 2 EAs and me, and then I had 3 kids physically in class when we actually went into class.
Oh man!
So like it was just overkill.
Oh jeez.
But anyway,
but hey,
going back to the funny shit. So we were talking. So I'm like so overwhelmed 2 weeks into online teaching, right? I'm barely trying to take attendance at this point, and so we're in class for 5 minutes. Nobody turns on their cameras, by the way.
Right.
So like I have the only one who has to be like showing their face.
Exactly.
Like I feel like there's a need because they need something to see.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like going over the attendance, going over what we're gonna do today, and some kid just like pops into class, and I'm so new I don't like recognize the names yet. So I just see this kid pop in, and I'm just like, okay, don't really understand like how you're late or whatever, but again, it's all online, so I don't like have a physical way of seeing you walk in. And
that whole thing was so new to everyone.
For sure. So
it's not like that. Everything's streamlined.
So my EA at least was taking care of the attendance, so I didn't have to worry about the attendance. So again, I just wasn't focusing on that part. So then all of a sudden we're like, I'm doing the instructions, and then all of a sudden I'm just like hearing this noise in the back. It's just all. And I'm just like,
the worst first thought is someone fucking
so
on camera.
I am like, don't have any idea what that could be. I'm like completely stunned. I stopped teaching and I just like stopped saying anything. My EA, thank God, said something. She was like, "Hey, that's really inappropriate. Whoever is playing that music or that noise."
Was it a recording?
Yeah, it was. They were playing porn.
Oh my God!
Porn.
Oh shit!
So the kid who hopped into my class was one of the kid's younger brothers. He got the code, hopped into the class, and is playing porn noises. And so we tell him, "Hey, this is not cool. You need to get off the class. And he goes, "Fuck that, man. I'm getting out of here." And just left the class. And then I'm just like trying to keep a straight face, but I'm just like this.
Yeah.
Just like, I cannot believe it. So that was within the first 2 weeks. Was just like 4 days. So I'm just like, oh my God.
Oh.
So online class was just like crazy. Like,
right? Because someone could just get the meat and start.
Right.
Doing some dumb
but
shit.
It was just so crazy because like I would ask questions. I would have a lot of kids who really liked and enjoyed being in class, but then there was a lot of kids who would just like log in, not say anything. So my class kind of turned into being more like very much more demanding. Like I needed you to say something. If you weren't going to turn the camera on and I called on you, if you didn't say anything, then like I was just going to give you no credit for the class or give you no credit for attendance. So the class eventually caught up to speed with me and was able to like, okay, I'm going to do 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to do, Marissa, you're going to do 9. Chris, you're going to do 10, all the way down the line. And then, like, so you're going to see some examples, and then you're going to see me do it. it ended up turning out to be an awesome experience, but it was just something that like I could have my set of skills could have handled that. Mm-hmm. Like if someone who was a brand new teacher had no technology skills or had no like being able to think outside the box a little bit, they would have been screwed. You know, so I'm just happy I was in that position because I did the right thing. But the craziest thing is that we went back to school the last 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. So the last 6 weeks, we all come back to school. Was that your first time in the That was my first time ever in class, ever with kids. As a teacher, yeah. So my first period, right, I show up to my first period. So the way my schedule worked was that first period. You're so tall. Yeah, of course. First period was every day, and it was always the first class. So that was the worst idea ever. But for whatever reason, they decided. When I've subbed at places, I never liked that. Yeah, they were like Algebra 1, first period, every day. Right when you wake up. Yeah, right when you wake up. So I had a lot of kids who would like show up, but there was like a consistent core of always kids in every single period who would show up, do the work, and so we were getting somewhere. Okay, some consistency. For sure. So we decided to come back to class, and most of the kids' parents decided that they didn't want their kids who were doing well already to have to be going back. Like if they're already logging in, doing the work, that's fine. I understand that. Yeah. Some of the kids did come back. Some of the kids just wanted to be in school, and I get that too. My first period, though, I only had 2 kids physically in my class. Wow. So I had me, my EA, and then 2 kids in the class. So how was that? The kids I really got along with. Of course, I get to nurture those relationships, and like Ryan and Robert. Pay more attention. And, Ryan and Robert, and so they were both like really intelligent kids, but they also needed like that extra help. Like they were definitely like what I would consider the step down. Like they could be okay in like a normal ed class, but they just wanted that little extra step for like me to like really take the time to like get that brain going. And especially being in first period, like the kids would have to be half awake anyway. But the hardest part was having to focus on this and then also focus on the online kids. So like having to like DJ the, responses here. Okay, but I really like talking to this kid because he's here, you know. Yeah, but the thing I found out... checking on the online kids. Okay, we're doing okay? Or... so I had those 2 kids and they were perfect. They were like the greatest kids I've had. Nice. There's a lot of kids who would come in consistently and do really well, but a lot of the kids there was probably at least 10 kids who I had never seen turn in any assignments. Maybe would log into class, but never turn in anything. Those were the kids who actually showed up to class. They were the ones who had 0% from last semester, and now 0% for the 4th 6 weeks and the 5th 6 weeks. The 6th 6 weeks, they're now here because their parents were like, you need to try to get some kind of grade. But I have no idea where they're at. I had no idea what kind of math skills they had. Of course, they had none. Wow. You know, so it was like, do I keep running with the kids who have already shown me the respect to do all the work, or do I have to now sidestep and like try to see if these kids can like process what I'm saying? So some of them were able to like understand what I was doing, but they were so late to the game. Like I was like, okay, well you have to go back and do chapters 4 and 5, and then we're going to do chapter 6 together. None of them were able to go back and do it. Jeez. So like I can't physically go back again and reteach something I've already done, and especially showing the respect to the kids who've shown me that respect. You've been there. So I'm like here's the packet. Tough position. Here's the packet. I'm sorry, you know, and that's leading me to why I'm like considering not going back, because I'm like, I don't know if this is like, I don't want to be babysitting kids who don't want to be there. Exactly. I want to be helping the kids who want to be there. Right. So I'm thinking like coaching, like I talked about earlier, or like maybe it was at the collective, but like talking about like maybe guidance, like kids who want to be helped instead of like the kid who's like, I'll tell 10 times during the homework and he still won't because he's not listening to anybody around him. You know,
that's a tough spot to be in, but you got, like you said, you're the kind of person to...
I was the type of person to deal with that really well. That shit out. But it was just like too much of a headache, and like APS is just too big of a conglomerate. It's like too big to make everything work for everybody. And then the last thing that really made me kind of super sour was that whole $1,000 bonus thing. Like they were going to give us $1,000 bonus since I was a full-time employee, but then they decided, that wasn't legal or something, and then they reneged on it and just and then didn't give us the money. So it's just like, again, it's just after dealing with a car dealership and like feeling like I was just abused and used, to going to like the teaching and then kind of feeling the same way. Like it was definitely in a better position, like helping kids, but just kind of still feeling like if I leave, I'm just going to get replaced again. Like I'm not providing something that's like I definitely am helping these kids, but again, I just am like a cog in this huge fucking wheel. You know,
the whole system's trying to piece things together
and
as they come.
Right.
Yeah, the teachers are like left with the burden.
Right, and especially I know the worst year to try to teach was 2020. But it was just like I just applied to a lot of different things and I got nothing back, and I was like, well, I can probably teach, and I applied. Next day, got a call back from Del Norte, and they're like, if you can start next week, we would be super thrilled.
Dang.
I was like, holy shit.
There you go.
I'm gonna start teaching.
So you thought, I'm going to be a teacher? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, life is serendipitous, but again, that was just like all those skills that I built from the dealership helped me in some way, but just not the same way I would have assumed.
Yeah. And like with kids, you're trying to, first of all, it's kids.
Right.
It's different than adults. They'll listen to you more. They'll kind of look to you more for guidance, because I've learned that from, because I work at the School of Rock.
Right.
I've been there for 3 years.
Gotcha.
And it is rewarding, just like to like a kid who does not know how to play drums, but he likes Slipknot,
right?
He likes all this stuff, and then 3 months later, he's doing the shit, and he's asking questions. He's like, "Oh, I've checked out this stuff too," and then you show him that stuff just to see that. And I know it's a different experience, in than like a regular school setting, but it's that same kind of. You see the growth, and you see them be excited.
A big thing for young kids,
stuff.
I feel like, is when you said Slipknot, it just reminded me of like relating to them.
Exactly.
Like, if you can show that you can relate to them still, but still that you're like an adult, like
be an adult, but you're like,
my stature obviously showed that I was a fucking adult when I walked in. They're like, holy shit, like goddamn, you know. But again, it was just like
it's fair Pokemon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. What games you guys playing? What consoles you have? Are you just a Snapchat queen, or what are you doing? Like I was like, you don't play games, so what are you doing on Instagram all day, or like TikTok?
Yeah, I like to do. Come on, what's funny? What internet shit?
Right.
Do you like?
Yeah. So again,
that's
another funny story.
Appropriate for school.
Yeah, another funny story. Yeah, appropriate for school. Exactly.
Oh, I gotta tell you.
So yeah.
Oh,
go for it.
I was subbing this one kid, and this was a class. I'm not gonna say where, but it was just not going back to that school.
Gotcha.
Again, it was.
Was it middle school?
Yes. Yes. It was in middle school, and this kid, hey, check this out. He shows me a video of this little baby chick in a blender, and they just turn it on. I'm like, what the fuck? I think I said that. I was like, what? Do not show me that. Yeah. What do you do? Do not show me that again. I thought
confiscate his phone. Fuck no, you don't get a phone after that.
I did have to do that to one student and send him to the office.
And again, I only taught for 6 weeks, so I didn't really have the full experience. But I definitely, I was like, I'm just trying to relate again. I'm like, what kind of music do you guys like listening to? He's all, I like listening to Cupcake, is what he says.
The DJ or some shit?
No, it's like a girl, and I worked at a dealership, so I worked at the dealership, so I actually have seen the video. It's literally like a big old fat black chick, and she's like, the song's just like, fuck me, hump me. It's like the whole song. It's
okay.
Like, So the kid goes, play Cupcake, play this thing. I'm like, no. I'm like, no Cupcake. Way.
We'll play Cake. We'll just play Cake, the band, not Cupcake.
I'm like, no way. And they're all like, what, you know? What, you know? I'm like, oh my God.
Unfortunately,
I feel like I'm complicit because I know how bad this song is. And so anyway, I'm like, I'm not playing that song. And then the kid's just like, okay, and he just plays it on his phone and just starts blaring that. I'm like, oh my God.
That happened one time when I was subbing on Google Meets, and so it's been quiet for a while, and you just hear recording. I don't remember, it was like, fuck me, suck the lip, I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, turn that off. Turn that shit off.
Yeah, that's the
Pissed
song.
Me off.
Yep,
the kids also.
But
it's not worse than anything we listened to.
Yeah,
back then it's just new.
I went to
new skin. Same shit.
One of my kids who actually was like a good kid, when I say good kid, was like a kid who showed up and did her work.
They cared.
Yeah, she actually cared about school a little bit. I'm like, what'd you guys do this weekend? She goes, I got drunk. And I'm just like, oh fuck.
Oh jeez.
Like, here we are.
What do you do?
I'm like, here we are in this predicament, and I'm like, I remember being just like, you are 15, right? And she's like, yeah. I was like, just be as safe as possible. Like, you're very young.
When you take him to the office, she drank over.
I was like, you're very young, and I just don't want you to like regret anything that you're doing or anything like that. Like, if you ever want to talk about anything, like, let me know.
Yeah, but I
was just like, now asking this question again. That's the last time I asked, what kind of music do you guys like, or what did you do this weekend?
I listen to Suicide Boys.
Yeah, I was like,
I can play some right now.
There were some cool kids though. I had a couple of cool kids. Like, one of the kids was he was a part of a ballooning. He was a part of like the chase crews for like all these different balloons. And so, like, he...
So they chase balloons?
They're like...
Was he 4 years old? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
like hot air balloons, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was in, like, the vans, like, the big-ass F-350s and, like, chasing down the big, big-ass balloons and shit.
Yeah. Oh, there's a wild one.
Yeah.
Rope it in, Stevie.
Yeah. My one of my kids, Ryan, he loved chicken.
Loved what?
He loved chicken.
Just food?
I'm like, hey, what did you have for lunch? Chicken. I'm like, where'd you guys go? He's like, KFC. I'm like, that's cool. He's like, I was like, what'd you do for your birthday? He's all, went to Chick-fil-A. I was like, it didn't matter as long as it was chicken. As long as it was chicken, dude.
He's down.
Yeah.
They were listening to Buckethead.
There's a couple of kids who were really cool, but again, it was just like, it was very cool to get to know them a little bit online and then like see them in person and like have somewhat of a relationship. I went to round one, that arcade.
Nice, yeah.
And one of my students was there. And I got to introduce my fiance and Dylan, my buddy, to him. And it was just
that was weird for him seeing you outside.
I wonder.
Because when I see teachers outside of classrooms, like, oh.
Yeah, I wonder if he's sober.
It's like, I'm not your teacher right now, so I fucking hated you. You didn't turn shit in.
I wonder if it was weird, but it was like me and him were really close because I told you I had one class with 2 kids. He was the only kid I had for my 6th period class that was in person. So it was me and him, and then everybody else online.
Wow.
So that was I was happy it was him, but it was me and him in class and the EA.
Dang. So what music do you like?
So we talked about football all the time because he loved the Raiders, and so I talked about Derek Carr because I played football against Derek Carr. He just like smoked our ass. And,
oh really? For you went to Fresno
State.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
Him and Devontae Adams like scored like 4 touchdowns on us.
Jesus Christ!
4 touchdowns in like the first half. He was wearing his white jersey. He like walked off the field like perfectly clean still. And it was just like,
oh shit, that's the next level. Damn, that's insane.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yep. Yeah, we played against Aaron Donald too. He literally like bench pressed with one hand our 400-pound lineman. Like just like pushed him. This is in college. This is at college.
What school did you go to?
He went to Pitt, University of Pittsburgh. So we played Pitt in Heinz Field.
Holy shit.
At the Steelers Field.
Oh man.
It was empty, but it was not empty, but it was like a.
It's like, oh shit, that's where.
I was like, dang, Big Ben's here.
Big Ben's here. Troy.
Yep.
Man, that's fucking crazy. It's like, I played football against that guy. He was just as mean and
right.
Crazy.
Well, it's just like crazy to think about it when we're in 6th grade, sitting at our desk in Miss Cordova's room, and being like, bro, I'm gonna play against some fucking NFL players. You know, you're gonna fucking get this podcast going, dude. Like, you're gonna get like whatever. It's like you're gonna find your own little niche.
It's crazy where everyone goes.
Right.
Everyone goes their own.
Well, it's like, think about like Floor, how she's made that Electric Girls thing.
No, dude.
Like how she's like making all these nonprofits,
doing these things and just fucking doing it.
Yeah. Like Emma's Miss Outdoors. Every time I see one of her posts, it's always like outdoors. You know, Nico's living his super gay flamboyant lifestyle.
I love Nico.
And like
he went to NYU, right?
Yeah, I got no problem with
nuts.
it. He's living that life, you know, but he's just like full throttle. But again, it's just like we were so close at one point in our lives, and then like to be like, like would it be weird if I messaged you on Instagram and said, "Hey, how's it going?" Probably not. You probably
maybe it might have been weird at like 18 or 19, just because we're still trying to figure.
But again, I think...
But now it's like, oh, hey, how's it going?
Like, I just got super lucky being able to play football at UNM.
Yeah,
and
man.
that just got me on this projection path.
Yeah, because when I saw the post, it's like, David George's tight end. I was like, holy fuck, he's playing football at UNM. Holy shit.
Dude. And then I just got huge. I just got big. I was so thin, and I just like...
Yeah, because they'll make you big.
Yeah, real quick. You got to survive out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just... Yeah, and so like the people who are going to be in my wedding, like my groomsmen, most of them are going to be football players or people who I played ball with.
Nice.
And they're all like not living in Albuquerque anymore.
Oh, really?
Like they all
because they didn't. I'm assuming they didn't.
Yeah, nobody was from Albuquerque. Mostly,
Yeah.
There's a couple people who are from Albuquerque. Like my buddy Mike Walsh, he's going to be one of them, and he's from La Cueva.
Oh, nice.
But he was just like the all-star quarterback, and then just got a chance to play. And like me, I was marginally all right at football. Like I definitely got no looks at college. I definitely got no opportunities to like that wasn't something
tough, man.
That wasn't something that like coach even put my like name down for. I remember one time in Valley, Coach Collins was like, it was like for a camp maybe, and like I didn't make the cut because there was like 5 kids that he could have taken. He was like Adam Gonzalez and Jerry Goodyear and Darren maybe and Mario for sure and Darren, all the guys who were like the alphas when we were fucking in high school.
Yeah,
like the guys who were like mature just quicker than we did, so they're just better at football. But yeah, it was just like crazy because. I had no real like. I just remember after high school, I was like, I don't think I'm done playing football.
Yeah,
like, I remember thinking that because I remember like Joe Tatro. We were like, I was next to Joe Tatro. He's like, I'm done, dude. He was like, I'm done. And I was like, fuck this, I'm out here. I was just like, I remember him saying something, or maybe he was just next to me, and I was just like, dude, I'm not done. Like, I'm not done.
Still.
Like there was some kind of desire to still do it, and I had no realistic chance of even doing anything, so I don't know why I felt this way. I just remember just being like, "Nah, I don't think I'm done." And then my dad just like was like, "Would you want to walk on at UNM?" And I was like, "Sure."
Worth a shot.
Thinking it was like going to be a tryout, and I just like joined the team. Started like the next day, just like getting like gear and shit.
Could you believe it?
I couldn't believe it. The most surreal thing was. So I joined the team on like a freaking Monday, and that Tuesday or that Monday night I joined the team and we get into it was like just a meeting. Like Coach Loxley came in. This is when Loxley was a coach. I remember being starstruck. Like a guy who I saw on the TV was like in front of me. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. I was like, holy shit. Not talking to me directly. It was the team meeting, but I was just like, holy shit.
I'm in here with him.
Yeah, he's there, and. So we have the meeting, and then it's like, okay, workouts are going to be on Tuesday, whatever. Here's your lifting schedule, and so we end up. So I end up asking my dad that night. I need new trainers, like I need new tennis shoes, and he's like, okay, for sure, we'll go shopping tomorrow. And I was like, okay, for sure. So when I go back to football to like do our lift or our warm up, I bring my normal shoes thinking like it'll be fine. I can get through it today and then we'll get new shoes tonight. Josh Thurgood's brother, Justin Thurgood, he was the equipment manager at UNM or one of them actually. He was just one of them. But he was the guy helping me out for whatever reason. It just happened to be him. So I walked in, he notices my last name and is like, holy shit, dude. David, you got on the team. Like, this is crazy. He's like, I remember you and Josh playing soccer. Like, this is nuts. Like, and I had the same exact feeling of just like, holy shit.
Whoa.
This is like, yeah. It was more just like, I'm here. Like, this is actually happening.
You're at that level.
Yeah. And because he was like, you're on the team. Like, this is like a big deal. And I was just like, I just said yes to my dad. Like, I didn't really, like, think this is going to progress to this level.
Shout out to your dad.
Yeah. My old man, dude, he's always been there for me. Anyway, so we go, so he starts grabbing shit, dude. He starts grabbing, like, shirts, shorts, socks, like, 2 sets of everything.
Dang.
And then we get to the shoes. He's like, here's your training shoes. Here's your lifting shoes. And then here's your travel shoes. I got 3 pairs of tennis shoes.
Damn.
I got like all this gear. At Valley, you could get like the normal fucking dummy helmet, like the shell, and that was it. And like styrofoam cups in there. And
oh my God.
Or you can like buy, like Josh Thurgood bought a DNA, like protect my freaking head. Like I wish I would have had.
Jeez.
We get into the Lobo locker room. Everybody has those helmets.
Damn.
The brand new, like super nice ones. I'm like, oh my God.
Standard.
Yeah, I'm just like, So I'm just like, holy shit. I've come a long way from Valley where we had to like take our shirt that was like sweaty and it's like Joe Tatro left it in there. I'm sorry, Joe Tatro. I'm picking on you. We just left it in there for 2 weeks and now it's a sheet of fucking plywood.
Oh, God.
It's like boom, break it on your knee.
Shit.
Yeah, but it was like, holy shit, dude. I've got it. Like, this is crazy. And so,
oh my gosh.
So yeah, they washed our clothes. Feel good. So yeah, they gave us a loop.
They washed our clothes.
Yeah. So like, you get the clothes, you get all stinky, then you put it on the loop, and then throw it into a freaking thing, and it just net clean the next day.
Damn.
Like, it was another world, dude. It was another world.
There you
like,
go.
And then I remember the first time I ran out of the tunnel. At UNM.
That's gotta feel good.
At UNM, dude, it was the most, like, it was the craziest experience ever because it was so loud. Our first game, 2011, was against Colorado State University, and they're like our
division.
In our division.
Yeah.
They're not maybe our rivals, but they're definitely in our division. So it was a big game. Like, normally it's like a freaking Sam Houston State or like a very tiny school that we'll just beat up on the first game. Yeah. But this was a big game, and packed stadium, and I just remember running out. We have that big old Lobo
inflatable
thing, and we had like fire extinguishers going off.
Oh shit!
So like, I remember being at the back.
You guys got more, right?
What?
You guys had more, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a fire.
Yeah.
Fire! Fuck!
Oh fuck!
Throw it at
Use it all. So we were just sitting there, and I'm in like the back, and like I just remember hearing the roar, and like the roar was so fucking loud. Like, because high school, it's like your high school buddies and your parents are there.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have people that love UNM there, you know. So,
alumni.
Yeah. You don't have, like, the whole tribe there.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there, and people are fucking running out of the tunnel, and I just hear this, like, fucking... Just like I've never heard, because I'd never really been to a UNM game either. So like,
I've been to one when I was a kid.
Yeah, and like I didn't show up at the beginning where they run out of the stadium, so I showed up halfway drunk and like, you know. So we run out of the stadium, and it's the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I remember the smoke being so dense, like I couldn't see where I was running.
Damn.
So I remember putting my hand out and just like hoping I didn't run into someone in front of me.
Woo.
And the fucking smoke disappeared, and then the roar intensified, and then everybody was there. Like I remember first thing I thought was, I'm not at Valley anymore.
Damn,
like,
right.
This was like, holy shit. That was the what? I was all like, oh
full
my
staff
God, bro, this is insane. This is D1 football, you know. And so we, so yeah, I didn't play a fucking lick, but I was so like, oh dude, I was like over the moon excited. And it was insane. And that's when I was just like, I remember thinking about joining a fraternity. Like being like, oh, I'm gonna join one, and I did a little meeting with the Fiji one. Mm-hmm. It was like the only straight white people one.
It's like, don't worry, it's just us. It's just us, guys.
Yeah,
don't worry.
You're not a woman. You don't have to worry around here.
Are you speaking Spanish? Hey,
hey, poquito. So yeah, so I go to the meeting or whatever, and I get the weirdest vibes. I'm just like, I don't think I'm doing this. And like,
you gonna join the blood oath? Wait, what?
Well, we even went to the fraternity house and like started walking around. I think that was what sold me on not wanting to be there. I was like, oh, this is like old, nasty. Yeah. Like, oh, we had a foam party.
You think the white only one would have a working toilet?
Yeah, right.
That would be nice.
I was like, nah, this is not for me.
This is the HOA actually. We good.
But then we started then we had football camp. We had football camp, and then football camp we went to Rio Doso for 2 weeks. So I had to make friends. Like I had to fucking find someone to talk to.
And that was when you were playing at UNM?
That's when I was at UNM, yeah. So we had to go to Rio Doso for 2 weeks, and I like came back, and I knew everybody on the team.
Nice.
Everybody was cool with me. I fucking posted something on Facebook about me getting initiated for singing Milkshakes. The fucking song, My Milkshakes Brings All the Boys to the Yard.
Did everyone have to do that? Or like,
so yeah, they get a freaking
karaoke
karaoke thing, right? And they fucking make me go up there and sing fucking Milkshakes. And I'm like, everybody gave no effort. Like if they had a shitty song, they were just all, they got booed off, right? I get up there and I go like all, I'm like dancing and giggling. They all fucking think it's hilarious, you know. So I made my mark. Like I was on the team at that point, right? Which is kind of funny because I never thought of it that way. And I remember going to parties, bro, and people thought I was so cool. I go to parties and like with everybody else, right? So I go with like all my Valley homies. Like I go with like Joe Schmo, Joseph Flores. I go with Raquel and Val and try to bring girls so I can get into the party. Because I'm just some guy. I'm trying to fuck your bitches. I bring my bitches. You can fuck them. Come on, you know. That didn't work out either. So anyway, but I remember going into parties, bro, and dapping up the biggest, blackest dudes. Because, like, I never hung out with black people ever, like, until really UNM.
The Valley, it was like...
Yeah, there was maybe...
Elijah.
There was, like, the token black
Jaleel.
people. You know, there was only a couple of ones that, like, only hung out with us, you know? So, like, I met dudes from, like, the South. And, like, I met dudes from, like, a whole bunch, like, Texas.
West Coast.
Like, some Texas dudes, some country black dudes, some, like, dudes who loved God more than I've ever even seen anybody. Like, there was just a lot of different interactions that I never had before. And
all in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yeah, one of the funniest things was my locker mate. His name was Rod Smith, and he was like 350, big old black dude, dreads, big old black dude. And
lineman or what?
D lineman, yeah. And I had to block him a couple times, and it was not fun.
Oh shit!
So we have the green chili pound, or what I call the green chili pound, right? Like that's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. For whatever reason, that and BMX, they both do that. For like whatever reason, everybody in BMX does that same thing. So like I'm just living in ignorance, thinking that that's what people do. Yeah, green chili pound, bro.
Never heard that.
So they do the green chili pound. I do it to Rod, right? I go up and he's like, "Bro, what are you doing?" And I'm like, what? He's like, "Why are you pulling your hand away?" And I'm like,
"What do you mean?
What are you talking about?" He's like, you're doing this like this like thing,
slippery thing.
He's like, you're supposed to go in and then connect, you know, and then like do this or like give a dap, you know. And I was like, a dap. I'm like, what is that? Yeah,
like a dab? Are we smoking weed? What are we doing?
What? You know? And then I was just like, so he was like, what are you doing? Like, I was like, oh. Thank you, fellow black man. I'm one of us now.
You see, on the inside,
I have made it. You know,
David on the inside is actually Mexican, but
yeah, I was just like, thank God, you know, someone has enlightened me to not just be a straight New Mexican. But yeah, so I go for the green chili pound, and he's all, "What the fuck are you doing?"
And I was doing? Like, what do you mean?
I never felt so small, you know. I was just all like, "Oh God, what do you mean? What am I doing?"
I'm trying to be cool. Because at Valley, you were the tallest guy.
Right,
You're the biggest guy, yeah.
That's another thing as well, is that like when I met Dylan, one of my best friends now, he's 2 inches taller than I am, and he was bigger than I was, and he was goofy as hell, and he walked on his toes.
You turned up a little bit.
He walked on his toes just like how I did too, bro. I was like, I feel more normal when I hang around these guys. My other buddy Brian was big as fuck too. It made me feel thin. It made me feel small. I was like, I never felt this way before.
Oh fuck, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was definitely something I forgot. I like definitely remember when I hang out with them. I'm like, oh yeah, like we're all huge as fuck.
I know you're not a man amongst boys.
Yeah, right.
Like at Valley.
Right, yeah, full head above everybody else.
Damn.
Yeah, the green chili pound.
The green chili pound, I've never heard it.
Dude. Yeah, so it was just so funny because I was just like, yeah. So then I go to these parties, bro. I'm fucking biggest dap ever with these dudes. I was like, he knows me. He knows me.
What's up?
Yeah.
Let's do a shot.
We would go to parties, bro, and it was like, I remember telling Joe, I was like, bro, if this party doesn't get popped, the cops are not doing their job. Like, there's so many people here. There's like 400 people here.
Damn.
There's cars like all over everybody's driveway.
In the UNM area.
It was in the UNM area for sure, and it was just like, I was like, bro, we got to go. And then our thing was honey butter chicken biscuits, so we'd be all like, it's 11, bro. Let's just get the fuck out of here. Get some honey butter chicken biscuits.
Before they close,
start selling breakfast. No, it's because they're 24 hours and they start selling breakfast at 11 p.m. Whataburger. Oh, honey butter time. Woo!
Let's go get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, come on, bro. It's time. I'm fucking itching for a honey butter, man.
I did not party at all in college. I read my textbooks and I rode the bus.
Yeah, I remember you riding the bus.
I remember riding the bus, man.
I remember that.
I was just like,
the city bus.
Can you guys give me a ride?
Yeah,
you guys give me a ride? You leave it? What time do you leave? Come on, can you leave right now?
Yep.
It was okay. It sucks because the one that came by here off of Gregos when I was living in Hopestill, it only went by every hour.
Oh, gotcha.
And in the time frame that it was there to the time that I got to school, I either got to school like I arrived on campus right where my class started, or just like a little bit later. So I just had to take the one an hour before. So I had to take I had to wake up an hour earlier in order to catch the one that went by my house. And then that's what I had to.
Where's your truck at?
It's crazy.
Another white truck.
That got sold like 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, sold to my mom's friend, and then she gave me her car. And then
you driving an Acura or a Accord now?
A Honda Accord. I just put that Luigi bumper sticker in.
For sure.
I'm drip. It's gonna drip.
It's gonna drip.
I'm gonna fucking tat it all up.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
There's nothing.
You artsy fartsy boy.
I'm expressing myself through my butt. Nah, there's a car like right over there. There's way too many fucking bumper stickers.
Yeah, coexist
and a bunch of anime shit.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, the weebs. The weebs. That's what kids are into.
Dude, I am a fucking full-on weeb, dude. Corona did it to me and Jesse, dude.
Oh, no.
We are straight up love anime now.
Oh, jeez. Attack on Titan.
That's number one.
My hero.
My number one is always Attack on Titan, but it was because
I saw the first episode. I was like, God, fucking damn.
We watched Avatar first, so we watched Aang, the Last Airbender, Avatar, and then it was just like
that's the gateway drug.
It was just like, this is good. The animation's all right. The story's really like nice, but it's really like the interactions with the kids, like all the three kids all building off of each other, and then so I was like, well, fuck. Like, there's got to be some more stuff out there.
Oh, God. It's like, you got any more of that?
So Dylan, my buddy Dylan, and going back to him, he was always telling me about anime. And him and Brian always talking about anime. Always like, oh, it's so great. It's so great. I was like, you fucking losers. Whatever. I'm not listening to that.
Funny, like 10 years ago before that, it's like the football team. Fuck no, you won't watch anime. Beat up kids.
Now everybody's doing
now anyone's watching this shit.
Everybody's doing the freaking. Oh my God.
Shadouken.
Yeah. Well, Attack on Titan's number one.
You ever watch Bo? That was on when we were in middle school. It's about that guy with a big yellow afro, and he attacks people with his nose hairs. And there's this little son character who's like addicted to caffeine.
Really?
He was like with like a Brooklyn accent. It was just really funny.
I think
that was the only one that I ever got.
That somewhat tickles my brain a little bit.
And then Dragon Ball Z and
Dragon Ball Z was the biggest one.
You have to. Everyone, I'm a basic bitch. That was one of the questions that I have for my guests. Do you watch anime?
Anime, I love anime.
I saw the X-Men anime on
my
Netflix.
fiance really loves anime though. My fiance loves anime. I'll catch her watching like 20 episodes. I'm like,
it's like, yo,
like I was trying to watch this as well, but it's fine. It's fine. But she works from home too, so she has the ability to kind of like put that on and then just
there you go.
Move the mouse every 20 seconds so they don't know I'm fucking around.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna ask a few other questions.
Yeah.
And then we can get into learning. Let's see. How long? An hour 46.
An hour and 46. Holy shit.
An hour 46.
All right.
Right. How long do you want to go for? Does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter. We can probably cut it up a little bit. We can probably, or I mean,
I'm not gonna edit it. It takes way too
No, not edit.
It takes way too much fucking time.
We can close it up in a little bit if you want to get your questions out of the way.
Nah, I'm chilling. I don't want to keep you.
No, we're all good.
I don't want to.
I know I got to get back to wedding planning, so that's the only reason. Jesse might be a little upset if I stay too much.
Well,
more
let's do this until my computer runs out of memory. She's like, it's been 2 days. Yes,
it's out of gigabytes. I can't keep recording anymore.
I wonder what the longest podcast is.
I don't know. I've listened to a Duncan Trussell one with Joe Rogan, and it was like 5 hours.
Yeah,
I listened to the whole one.
They just go back and forth.
Yeah, my buddy Johnny V. I feel like when I listen to them, it reminds me of my buddy Johnny. He played football with us as well at UNM, and he's just a fucking like. We just get on these tangents and just like never let go. Like just go and go and go and go. And Jesse will leave the room, come back, and she'll be like, "You're still on the joke."
It's like that's. I think that's just a guy thing.
The more perverse, the better. Like we'll be like, "Little pussies, oh, I love little pussies." Oh, yeah, they just get worse. Worse and worse and worse. And just
like Chris D'Elia, he said on his podcast, a guy is smart. One man is smart. Guys are dumb. And the more guys, the dumber it gets.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Makes total sense. And it's like the same thing with like one woman is smart, but you get a bunch of chicks in one room and it's like the different
mega mind.
It's like same vibe but different energy.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess. Different ways.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm not trying to sound sexist. I just always end up somehow.
I always just end up too.
I would just always end up sounding sexist. Anyway, okay.
That one person who's commenting, I know you are.
It's like, I know it. Get canceled. You're going to take away all my 16 viewers.
Damn you.
But honestly, it's not even about, I'm trying to grow a little bit. But it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. This is fun. When I have a guest, one of my friends, just shooting the shit.
Yeah, catching up is fun.
And even just doing it by myself, I'm surprised by how fun it is.
Really?
Because I listen to Bill Burr. He does it by himself.
Yeah, he does do it by himself.
He honestly kind of that, and then just going to my friend's house reading his real estate textbook, like, what the fuck? what? This is so hard. How does anyone sell a house? Holy shit. And then kind of, hey, I think I can do this. I mean, you should do it. I think you definitely got the personality.
To do what?
For a podcast.
Oh, I was on real estate? No fucking no way,
real
dude.
estate? Oh, God.
I was on
No. Actually, if you could sell cars, I think you could sell a house.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because if people are willing to buy pieces of shit cars, not that you sold pieces of shit cars, I have no idea. But, you know.
Sorry, Isabel.
Sorry. Oh, wow, this house is great. Yeah, you just kind of show them this.
Okay, I gotta stop you there. One car I did sell that was a complete piece of shit.
Really?
Yeah, I sold a used car, and it was like a
what was it?
It was like a Hyundai Sonata, dude. It was a Hyundai Sonata, and it was like a 07 or 08, so it was definitely older. Mm-hmm. It was a manual. I remember that, and I remember it squealed like a greased pig when you like turn the wheel too much. So like it wasn't like just enough, like just like a 90-degree turn. It was just like it was like I don't know. I got so I knew it was a problem. We do the test drive. The lady like obviously knows it's a problem, but she's like, I need this car. Like this is a decent price. I need this car.
Damn.
And so
desperate cars. Yes, for desperate
so
people.
as you get, like I said, I'm making my marks. Like these lists. Some people did that. Just I need a fucking car. Give me whatever you got. Okay.
What do you got? 30 minutes. I need a car in 30 minutes. Right. Come on, man.
I have
after me.
$9,999 to spend right this second.
Feds are after me.
After 10 grand, I'm done.
Please. I got much time, man. They got my family.
So this lady, though, she drove off in the car. We were all the salespeople are out there. It's like late in the day on Saturday. So everybody's already sold their cars. Everybody's already whatever. And this lady gets in her car. She like drives off the lot, and you have to take a right to get out of the lot. She takes a right, and I already know what's going to happen. So I like give her the keys, give her the car, and everybody's out there. So I'm like embarrassed to even be out there.
Everyone wants to watch.
I run back inside, dude. I run back inside, and the lady's car just like gives to the right and starts going out, and it goes
loud as shit.
Just like loud as fuck, and she just like she drives home. And I'm just like, I remember coming out and just like this, and like everybody's just bawling, laughing, like laughing so hard. Like, how did you sell that? How did you do it? Oh my god!
I bet they respected you a little more.
Oh, a little bit for sure. I earned some stripes that day for sure. But she came back the next day.
Oh, no. Worst feeling in the world, I bet.
Hold on. The story actually is better. I got to say this step. So I sell that piece of shit car, right? And I'm like, oh, yeah, look.
How many miles did it have on?
I don't know. Not that much. That's why she was really into it.
What did they do
it was like
that?
60, 70 grand or something. It was like not... Anyway, so I'm like all pounding my chest, like, I fucking am the best. I can sell an Eskimo ice. Like, I'm the best. And so...
It's a water fish.
So anyway, so then a big old salesperson who's known for, like, cutting corners and, like, taking deals if he can, he comes over to me and he's like, hey, man, that customer was mine. Like, I worked her when she came in 2 weeks ago. She just never called me. She said she was going to come in and ask for me, but she never did, huh?
So suck a dick, bro.
I was like, oh, I guess. Yeah, I guess she didn't, you know. But anyway, me being a nice guy, I'm like, okay, here's half the deal. Yeah. Here's half the deal, right? I'm like, here's half the deal. You fucking got me. Like, I'll give you half of this. The lady comes back the next day, though. And guess who had to deal with her? Not me.
That guy? Because he was on the...
Yeah, so Tony, I'm sorry, buddy, but he had to deal with that lady and do the whole paperwork again, like I had to do on a new car. So yeah, if like at a dealership, they're not going to let you get out of buying a car, but they might let you get out of that car.
Okay.
So they ended up...
They'll make exceptions.
Yeah, they ended up
That's
like...
the outlier car.
Yeah. They're like, we'll sell you another one. You know?
We'll sell you another one.
So, you trust us, so we'll sell you another
one. Over here. This one speaks not as loud.
Yeah, we smoking cigars. Yeah.
This one speaks that 80 degrees. You know?
Yeah, so we have... Yeah, right. So it was just... We sell her a car that's like $2,000 more than what we wanted to spend, you know? And so, yeah, dude.
You hear that?
There's a reason I'm not working at the dealership anymore.
Oh,
So anyway, Tony had to deal with that lady. I got half the deal from it. I was like, thank God. Like, I actually got one over on Tony. Like, thank God. Like, yeah, but yeah, it was just so funny that I was just like, I'll get you in half, I guess. And we did.
Scratch my back. I'll scratch yours.
Whatever you want, dude, I guess.
Tony.
You can reach your back.
Tony. Whatever you want.
Yeah, Tony.
Damn. Bet there's a lot of stories.
Oh, my God.
I used to do door-to-door sales for 3 weeks.
For 3 weeks. You lasted 3 weeks?
I lasted 3 weeks.
I can't believe you lasted that long.
I'm totally...
Was it Cutco?
No, I knew it was. It was Encore, a solar company.
Oh, okay.
I did my research. I did all the watchdog sites who yeah, this company's legit. It's like, oh, they'll fucking scam you.
Right.
And Cutco had 0.2 stars. Didn't even have 1 star. Or Vector. That was the other.
Yeah, the Vector is the one who does.
That's where they hand out the cards in the sub. Remember, it's like, hey, you want to earn $15 an hour?
Yeah, sell my fucking knives.
Sure, I need money for weed. Yeah, cool.
For sure,
weed and ramen because I'm 19.
No, it was the people who would be like, you want $50 free dollars? Well, here, put $200 into this account.
I know, right?
I'm like,
and then you can't spend it until you make us $1,000.
I'm like, I really don't have $200 in my account. That's why I stopped to talk to you about $50.
I don't even have 200 cents.
Yeah.
You understand, lady?
Yeah, right.
That's my mom.
I got it on the Lobo card because she gave me some cash on my Lobo card, but that's it.
You want Lobo bucks? I never did that. Did you live on the dorms or did you live?
I lived at my dad's house every
Yeah.
year because I was a walk-on, so I didn't get a scholarship. And I didn't. So I was just.
Yeah, I lived at home too.
And
I think it's the way to go if you go to the same college in town.
Yeah, and I don't have any
rider.
student loans, so that's also something that I'm really happy about.
Because you don't know the fucking effect student loans of how it makes you feel, just what you have to do until you have them, until they're like, all right, school's over. You got to pay them. I don't have
one of my coworkers is paying off her student loans, and she's 41 and still paying them off, and it's still just
fuck, man.
And it's not like it's cheap. It's $650 a month or something.
Fuck.
I'm like, that's more than my truck payment.
Jeez. And you can't default on them either. You can't declare bankruptcy.
Right. Which is ridiculous.
Something's got to change, man.
For sure.
Or just tell these kids, look, just sell weed, man. Okay, look, you don't got to write any taxes down.
Right.
So I'm be teaching health. I'm just like, look, man, we learned about the drugs. Now we can learn just how lucrative they can be. Do not tell the principal I told you this. But
what is your longest podcast?
Longest was 2.5 hours.
2.5?
2.5. It goes by quick, doesn't it?
No, for sure.
It goes by fucking quick. So I got some questions.
Yeah, what other speed dating questions?
What was actually one of the questions? What's the worst date you've ever been on?
The worst date I ever been on.
Yeah, mine. I have a date. It's not the worst. It's just
have you answered this question on every single podcast yourself? You're like, yes. Oh, mine. Yes. Well, mine is.
Well, mine was not eventful. That's why I'm asking you.
Well, mine was with my hand.
It was with Jill.
It was the saddest.
You ever go with Jill? You ever met Jill?
No, I never.
You've met Jill. J-I-L.
Oh, God, yeah, I met Jill.
It's like, I'm going to go talk to Jill tonight. Mary. I know Mary. Pamela Anderson.
What is the worst date I've ever been on? Date?
Was it with Jesse?
No.
I can edit this out. I just want to know. I can edit this out.
Dude, the best dates are actually
with
Jesse. Actually, I'll give her that. The best dates are with her, dude. Well, our first date. Our first real date, because the first time I met her, we just got really drunk off of Jameson.
Damn, how'd that happen?
We were at a going away party for one of Joe's mutual friends, a person who I had met a couple of times. She's going out of town, and Jesse worked at Kelly's Brewery, or Kelly's Brew Pub, or whatever.
On Central.
With Joe. So the lady was working at Kelly. She was leaving as well. And so then everybody mutually met there. First time I ever met Jesse was that night, and I was just like, who is that girl?
Oh, damn.
And then it just became, I was drinking Jameson, and then she liked Jameson, and then it just was
you heard the...
Then we had 10 shots apiece, and then she got really drunk, and I was like, I like you, I don't want to take advantage, I want to actually, have,
a thing.
A relationship.
Right, you respect...
Smartest thing I ever did in my entire life, because all the other times I
Sup, girl?
do that, and I was like...
Hey,
never going to talk to her again, you know.
Right.
I was like, I actually want to talk to this girl again. There's something about her that just clicked instantly.
And you thought she was pretty cute.
Yeah, and she's sexy as hell. Yeah, and she had big old titties. That's when I learned the first night, though.
That's a plot. I don't know if anyone's listening to this, but
if you're still listening, you got the little tidbit of nice titties.
Men like boobies.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like boobies?
The worst date I ever been on. It's got to be.
Was it in high school?
It wasn't in high school. It was actually in college.
Okay.
It was in college. I dated Natasha Guerrero in high school.
I remember that.
And that was it. Really.
She's rad.
She's what?
She's rad.
What do you mean red?
No, R-A-D.
Oh, rad.
She's rad.
I was like, she's red. She's put on red or what?
She's put on red, bro. You didn't hear?
That's what I thought you said. I was like, oh, fuck.
Natasha, rest in peace. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, God. No.
Oh, now it's turned into this.
Oh, jeez.
If you're alive, Natasha, listening to this.
She was cool. I always liked her.
Oh yeah, she was super nice. That's I think it was.
I haven't seen her since high school.
Yeah, though. I think it was her personality was like the first thing I was like.
Yeah.
Her two
personalities.
So she also went to Garfield. She also went to Garfield.
There you go.
So one of the ones that slipped under the cracks.
You're like, Taft girls are gross.
Raquel, get away from me. I remember talking to Raquel about the Garfield girls. It must have been Raquel because she played volleyball or something or softball. Yeah, where's the Garfield bitches at?
I don't know, David. She totally
Fuck. What were they talking about?
What was the worst date? Is that in college?
It's all the dates that I like that I think were the worst were like the dates who I wasn't myself on. Like the dates that I was just like acting this person. I don't know.
I'm gonna try to be cool.
Okay. The one date I went on that was the worst was this girl named Ashley. She was like a flusy girl. Like,
her name's Ashley.
I know. Yeah, no shit. Boom. But got around quite a lot when we were like early young, and I was like, I did too, so I didn't take it anything personal. And
it's like that's my type.
Yeah, I was like, but
you also a Virgo?
We were both kind of. I felt like at least kind of at the mature level. Like we were kind of maturing and like getting to the point where we wanted to date each other and stuff.
Want to be serious?
Yeah, so
I'm 22.
I
don't want to be too late.
So I met her family, like like it was all like going to her house, and she like I don't know. I think she currently lived there, so like we would go over there. Her family was there. I knew her dad and her mom. The worst date that we ever went on though was we went to a Christmas party, and this Christmas party was at the freaking nicest house I've ever stepped foot in.
Was it an ugly sweater party?
It was not. No. This is like the Ritz-Carlton of houses.
Like, it was like
a fucking like ballroom. Like this is like a very much adult setting.
Okay.
Very much like we're not in our element.
Can't see you at that age.
Yeah. So anyway, so I show up to this.
Everyone there's a bunch of animals.
It's like they have concierge service, like valet service at the front of their house. Like it's that kind of
what
house.
part of town was this?
This is in freaking Tanawon. So this is like the
okay.
So I should have said that first. It's in Tanawon. It's like the Ritz-Carlton.
It's down the street, bro.
It's the nicest house I've ever seen, dude. And it was the guy had a Cobra garage. Like he had like a fucking
Cobras in his garage.
He had like
he got exotic animals and shit.
It's just like,
what's a Cobra garage? I have no idea.
No. It's Cobra's a Ford car, I think.
Oh.
So he had like it all tricked out. He had nice cars. This guy had fucking money like you couldn't believe. I guess he sold scrap metal in like fucking Japan or something. Like he's just like, yeah, I'm telling you.
Linked up with the Yakuza.
I'm really like.
He's got Japanese.
The Yakuza, yeah, they're like, we'll
money.
fucking slash you up good if you don't fuck with us.
It's like, do not get this car. They will
fucking
murder
and so
me.
like, so that really put me off first thing, because like I felt like they were like borderline even involved with this like family, right? And then like I was like the straggler one, and I showed up with my freaking UNM Letterman. So like I definitely like I had more conversation with the people serving people drinks than I did like actual people.
That's when I was at Tanawon.
I was like, oh, how the fuck did you find yourself here? She's like, I'm serving alcohol and all these people. I was like, oh.
It's like, dude, check out this fucking shit.
I was like, you want to smoke a joint?
I'm so fucked up right now.
But it was just like so. I was so out of place, and I just like that specifically is like one of the times where I was like, this is not me. I'm not this person.
Oh, and you felt like that's who she was.
That's who she was like trying to be.
Oh,
or like, that's what she like liked that flaunting like or like the money that
stunting
they had money.
the.
She was like,
the glitz, the glamour.
This guy always had a crush on me, and it was the son, and it was just like,
this guy plays a UNF football.
Yeah, exactly. And I felt like I was the fucking like
clout
arm
chaser.
candy. I was the one who was like there for her behalf instead of being on my behalf.
She's pretty hot.
She was all right. She was hot. She had a fat ass and big old titties.
Okay.
She was hot.
She was all right. Okay.
She had a fat ass though, for sure. But yeah, it was just. But I was just like, this is not me, and like,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm from the valley. So I'm all fucking trying to drink Tecate and milk, bro.
We drink Tecate and milk and Captain Morgan from the bottle.
Keystone Light, dog.
Some Valley water, eh?
Literally from the ditch, dog. You just mix get salmonella and shit. Get E. coli.
Yeah, dude, I'm not a good sleeper. So like, meaning like I'm like I'll
snore?
be knocked out, but I'll snore and I'll fucking like
you'll move
my
around.
arms. And I'm pretty sure I woke up one day at Ashley's house and I was kind of sweaty. Like I woke up like kind of like a little like shirt wetness, and I was like, I think I fucking was a monster last night. Like, I drank a little bit too, so I probably was like slashing, turning, and.
Oh, you think you blacked out?
No. I don't think I blacked out. What I was saying is, like, when I sleep, I don't remember me turning around.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'll knock Jessie in the face, and she'll just like turn me over.
Love him so
No. She's like, you fucking asshole, and like throw me around because I don't. I don't like feel it or notice it.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, like whatever. So I just remember we broke up, and then I remember thinking back to it, and I was like, she broke up with me, which is like. Didn't happen, you know.
Okay, Sam, I bet. Yeah, sorry that happened to you. Oh, what was that like?
It's me just keeping girls at arm's reach. That's me just like not like
bringing them close enough to get hurt. Yeah.
That also maybe made Jessie's and my relationship that much better because I was like, oh my God, I'm opening myself up, and this is like so fulfilling and everything else.
It helps to know what you don't want.
Yes.
I think that's why you want to kind of...
Yeah, so that's why I probably didn't fuck Jessie that night, because I was like, oh, she's so drunk and her titties are out.
Because,
like,
of course, the goal, every guy tells you got to fuck her that night. You got to do it right now, bro. She's not going to...
Yeah, Mark's brother Jeff telling me, make that pussy when you got it, bro.
And now he has 8 kids.
Unfuck pussy. You can't unfuck pussy.
You cannot unfuck pussy. Once you get it...
It's done.
That's it. That's all you get. Come on, bro.
Worst date ever was definitely with Ashley, and... way too fancy. Third date with Jessie. I showed up in shorts or sweatpants and a fucking t-shirt, and I was like, "You're gonna like me or not? Like, it's not gonna be like
this is what it is.
I'm not gonna try to impress you every time." You know.
See, because the girl that I was dating, I wore a blazer until we were dating for a year. She never saw me without a blazer. I had sex with the blazer on, so she know I was big money.
That's a power move. That's
I never watched it. That's pretty gross.
Oh, God. The sweat rings are starting to turn her off a little bit.
Like, you take it off, it's a bunch of stains.
Just kidding. You use a lot of deodorant, I see.
It's antiperspirant. It's stronger.
Yeah, it's working real hard, I see.
and Axe body spray.
Body spray.
I think that's a middle school rite of passage.
Yeah.
I want to get Axe body spray at least once.
Yeah, I definitely bought a couple in middle school. That's when that's when I started noticing me sweating and stinking. I was like, I got to do something.
Like, oh, shit. Let's see. Okay. If you won $100 million, what is a selfish-ass purchase? You know, rather than just, like, do stuff for my family and friends, what would you just buy? Like, I have all this money. I'm going to buy some fucking...
Cybertruck.
Yes.
I'm definitely buying something, like, ridiculous.
Yeah. It's $100 million. You could probably at least 2. You can get at least 2 Cybertrucks.
Definitely something.
My friend put a down payment on one already.
Really?
Put $100 down.
I have a Toyota Tundra. It's a big ass truck, but it gets like 13 miles a gallon.
Damn.
So I'm trying to get, like, if I was gonna get something, it'd be an electric truck. I like those Ford F-150 Lightnings. Those are like super badass. But
did you ever see the demo of it when they threw the baseball at the?
Yes, I did. Yeah. It was like a metal ball. Yeah. It wasn't a baseball.
It's it looks like if you hit glass with something very hard. This is what us at Tesla strive to teach every day. If you apply force to a frail object, it's going to break.
For sure.
Tesla, I'm a billionaire. Okay. I'd buy a whale.
Let's go to space.
Let's go to space, Tesla. I'd buy a whale. I mean, you can't actually own a whale, but...
How is Tesla not having people going to space? They got what's his name?
Bezos boy.
They got Virgin Man, and then they
shooting his dick into space.
They got, Daddy, what is that?
What is that? That's a huge Johnson. Where's my money? I don't know. I left it over with Big Willie. Or whatever.
Yeah, that's it for sure. Willie. It's a big Willie.
Willie Nelson. That was the best. I saw that on Instagram. It's like Bezos going to space. Be like, there he is. He's bald. He has a cat on a chair.
Yep.
Let's see. I'd buy a whale.
Let me get your best question. Let's save this one for last.
Best question? Best? Fuck, I have a... Let's see. Last time you were arrested. Never mind. Don't answer that question.
I've never been arrested, so...
Okay. Is a hot dog a sandwich? That's not a best question. It's not. It's not. That's a universal basic interview question. I don't think it is.
Is a hot dog a sandwich? I think it... What is it then?
It's a hot dog. It's its own category. It's like, is a cat a dog? No. It's a dog.
Gotcha, okay.
Do you like putt-putt?
Do I like putt-putt?
Do you enjoy putt-putt? No, the only one in town is Hinkle.
I'm competitive, so anything is fun.
Putt-putt turns into putt-putt.
Putt-putt turns into beat Jesse or fucking walking home.
Have you ever been in a sex shop? What was that like?
A sex shop? What do you mean?
Like a castle.
Like castle? Oh yeah,
seductions.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
For sure.
So he said, yeah, for sure. I've done this.
Jesse's a fan of.
She's an only fan.
There's a couple things in particular that she really likes there.
Okay, played any video games lately?
Do I play any video games? Fuck yeah, dude.
Lately, what do you like to play?
I've been playing Apex Legends like a motherfucker, dude.
You play Warzone?
I used to, but once you play Apex, dude, that smoothness and that mobility is just like you can't. When I'm like running up against a curb and I can't get above it because I'm in Warzone, I'm just like, nah, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
And then you get shot from behind. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, and Warzone I seem to be better at, but I, for whatever reason, just don't like it.
I'm only on it because my friends are on it.
Yeah. I like that's the same thing.
I prefer single player shit.
My buddies are playing.
I like Among Us. You ever play that?
Among Us?
Yeah.
That's the kill your buddies thing?
Yeah. It's like someone's an imposter.
My thing was Fall Guys, bro.
Fall Guys, that's fun.
Oh my god, dude.
Fall
We
Guys
had
is
so much
shit.
fun playing Fall Guys, getting drunk, and just watching my brother Andy trying to beat a fucking. When he got the crown, bro, we fucking cried, bro. We tried so hard to get that because it was like we'd get so close, and then the fucking crown goes up and down at the end, and so like he'd jump, he'd be like, jump, and then be the worst timing, and he'd just miss it, and then we'd get all the way back to the beginning. We're like, no, so we finally got it.
Finally got
we
it.
were like hugging each other, and like crying. You're like,
I love you.
Only one win on Fall Guys. That was it.
That was it. Ever played the Jackbox Party Pack?
Yeah. Those are super fun.
I love those.
Yeah.
I love those.
If it just didn't kill my battery every freaking time I try to play it.
on what? On your
Xbox or whatever? Oh. I think it was.
Battery? Just plug it in.
On your phone.
Oh.
Like you have your phone.
Yeah, it'll kill you.
Your phone battery is what I meant to say.
Well, you turn your location and Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and hotspot off, dude.
Oh,
yeah, you got to take those 7 things
That's why I keep you around.
And everyone. What was the worst game you played? The one that was like, this is fucking shit.
The worst game I've ever played?
Yeah.
The Impossible game. You ever played the Impossible game?
Was that on
the
Newgrounds?
Yeah.
Oh,
where you have 110 fucking things.
Click on the bomb before it goes up. No.
Yeah. Or get across the bridge, and you're like, how do I do that? God. Oh, right click, and then I have to use the fucking tab to get over there. Or I got to spell horse. Or I got to that was the
H
worst
is off
game.
Screen.
I was so good at that game, and I never beat it. And I got so mad because I'd get to that fucking 111 or 110 and just like never get past. Like you got to use all your lives at the end or whatever.
You could not use a skip.
Yeah. And I was like,
skip
I'm never gonna fucking get this.
Mine's Skyrim.
I
just kept dying, and it's just that and The Witcher, and they're considered like the best games ever, right? But there's so much reading.
Yeah.
Why do you have to?
One of the things
I just read a book if I want to read this fucking much. And I have to remember something that I read 2 weeks ago last time I played this fucking shit. And I can't. I don't know.
Yeah,
I like the combat, but
my dad made a comment once when we were playing Fallout. He's like, "Where the fuck is they talking so damn much?"
Yeah. I'm like, you have to understand. It's an RPG, Dad. That's the point.
Yeah,
there's different types of games. Let's see. What if you could have a superpower, what would it be? I would be super speed. Or have the multiple copies of myself.
Magneto. If I was just Magneto.
Damn, we're trying to take over some shit. Huh? Okay. You wouldn't even do evil stuff. You just like fuck around it. Like at a.
Well, take your top off.
David, stop it! Stop it! You know how expensive.
You like this?
How expensive the nylon ones are. $50, David. You understand? Take your top off. That's funny. This is some nerd shit, but Magneto, he can use the magnetic pulses of planet Earth. He could like put the Earth. Yep. According to the internet comments I read.
I got a question for you.
What could it be?
What is the reason you said yes to letting me on this podcast?
I don't know. What do you mean letting? What do you mean letting?
Letting me on this.
What do you mean letting you on? I wanted you on. It's not like I allowed you.
No, I know
to be on. Because I don't know, when I saw you back on Instagram, because I didn't have a way. I didn't have your number, and then I didn't really use Facebook. I don't think you had Facebook, but I just saw you and I thought, let me talk to this guy again. And then it wasn't until I saw you.
I brought it up and I was like, bro, let me get on the podcast.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, for sure. And I was like, oh shit, he wants to be on the podcast.
Because when I first started, I want all my friends,
right.
People who I find interesting, even new friends who I've met maybe once or twice before, but I feel good vibes with them. Because I'm just trying to, because I don't know who's gonna come on next.
No, I got you.
It's a mystery. So I'm trying to plan the stuff out. And then
come back next time.
What's going to happen? Find out next time on Learning Time Z. But it's because scheduling is always a pain in the ass. I was supposed to have my friend April, who's moving to Boston, to teach music at Berkeley at the Boston fucking School of, I don't know what it's called. It's not uncultured. So that's why she deserves to go there, not me. You. She was supposed to come on, and it's just, this day doesn't work. Can we do next week? Oh, can we do next week? And then I don't know if she's going to come on at all because she's moving. She's in the process of that, and I've been busy with all the music. I haven't done this as much as I want to.
Gotcha.
Because the music is... And I'm in school. I'm taking teaching classes.
You're a part of Corner House, right?
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
What do you guys play? I want to go see you guys.
We haven't really done much lately, but we played at Brew Lab. That was our first public show in over a year. Before that, were private shows.
Private shows only?
Yeah. One was at Tanawan.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
Tanawan.
Sure. How much you guys get paid per show?
That was $600.
Okay.
Well, they haven't paid us yet because it was through UNM School of Neurology department.
Oh, okay. And you get paid like what?
It just depends. We just make offers and then kind of.
I mean, okay, not how much you get paid, but how long do you play for? Is your set an hour or 2 hours?
At least 2 hours. And we're usually like the only band there. We're like, we're at the corner. The places where we have been, but before COVID and everything got shut down, we would just be the only band. We played at 2 to 3 hours and just play a bunch of covers, throw some originals in there, and just do some crowd work.
For sure. Okay.
Yeah, play stuff people want to hear, so none of that heavy shit.
Gotcha.
None of that. Except, we're all metalheads, but Gilby.
Something else I want to talk about this podcast and crystallize this forever. You actually got me into reggae.
What?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you actually maybe, but not like on purpose. But you showed me Soja.
I fucking love Soja. They're still one of my favorite bands.
You showed me. I think it's You and Me or
You and Me. Yeah, they're good.
It's always been that song. Yeah. That song. I remember you played that song when we were like chilling having BP at like maybe your house or maybe someone's house. Anyway, and we were playing beer pong and you just like played that song and I was just like, "What is this?" And you're like, "Bro." And then I found him like on MySpace or whatever the fuck, and I was like, "Yeah, dude."
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. If you ever want Daniel to curate anything, he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing.
Reggae's the shit.
Yeah.
Wait, me?
Yeah.
Oh, that meant Daniel Torres.
No, fuck no. No, you.
Because he's
I thought you meant Daniel Torres.
Because you mentioned him, the DJ.
No.
I'll curate.
No,
I know
you jerk.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Now a dance for the bride and groom.
Let's go. I didn't remember.
What was fucking good? I was like, why is it? This is the song. Let's go. That's heavy shit for people who aren't normally into heavy shit.
Oh, dude. I went to Warped Tour when I was in 2011.
Remember that? We met up at Warped Tour. That was the one after high school.
Fucking drunk. Mark came out with a vitamin water in it, and it was like right after a show. I'm like, "Bro, I'm so hot."
Oh no!
And it was all vodka. And I was like,
"Oh fuck!" No. Oh my god! That's when Warped Tour started getting a little more metal.
Oh, for sure.
They tried it because like, fuck, we're losing money. We need
a little bit more like market.
We need more market, exactly. So they just had
I saw like a Devil Wears Prada.
It was Prada, Parkway Drive, maybe not on the same one, but those ones. Acacia Strain.
I definitely know that August Burns Red played for sure.
August Burns Red, they played Warped Tour almost every year.
And it was a Day to Remember. And
Asking Alexandria.
Paramore played.
I don't fuck. Ow. When did Paramore
play? They were like the last ones. They were like the headliner, dude.
I didn't see them, I guess. I was like, I'm going to see Paramore.
I'm sure.
I should have.
I'm sure. I felt the same way, I'm sure.
I saw
it was Paramore and who else played?
Pepper played. I remember they played.
Pepper played. I saw Pepper too.
Upon a Burning Body. Were you there?
Yep.
Oh.
I haven't heard of that fucking in forever.
Yeah, that whole scene just kind of played out. Just sizzled out.
Yep.
Faded out. I still jam some of that shit though.
For sure.
Let's see what's your favorite and least favorite thing about Albuquerque?
My favorite thing about Albuquerque is got to be the people that make up Albuquerque.
Chili handshake.
The green chili pound, baby. My favorite thing about Albuquerque is like all the people who I've grown up with are all solid people, or like I've kept around at least. All the activities that you have the ability to go do here are all pretty entry level. So like if you want to like go and like try biking, it's a good spot. If you want to go try hiking, if you want to go try, and it's all cheap. It's not like
you can karaoke here. You can go to bars.
It's not relatively like already exploited. Mm-hmm. You know, like we're still a little hidden gem kind of thing.
We're not Denver quite.
Yeah, exactly. The food is fantastic. So like when I say the people, I mean just like what makes New Mexico that way.
Yeah.
But then the worst thing is the people. It's the worst. So there's like, just the people who make it like not a fun, livable place to live.
Yeah,
like,
the people.
My fiance works on base most of the time, and so like she like we drive by Central often, and I worked on Lomas, and like we see homeless people all the fucking time right over there. So
you hate homeless people? Is that what you're?
Well, it's not that. It's just like it's just how neglected that side seems like. But then like we have all this money to put to everything else. It's just New Mexico is just not the place I really want to raise kids. Like if I
that's fair.
Get a decent job, and I'm just like, hey, 5 years into it, when they like starting to realize where their surroundings are, then we might be able to move. But like, I want free babysitters, and I want my parents to be around when they're still alive.
That's
and
true.
here.
Yeah.
So like, I want to move eventually, but not anytime soon.
Right.
So I like the ability to do what I want. It's relatively cheap. It's like good food, good people.
No natural disasters.
The weather's usually amazing, and
it's hot as balls now. But
I'd rather be hot as balls here than hot as balls in Texas.
That's true.
Humid, and my balls are sticking to my side.
It's literally hot as balls. Like fuck. I think they melted into just one.
But yeah, what's your favorite thing about New Mexico?
Like you said, the people.
Yeah.
The food. A lot of the same shit. I'm happy with very little compared to other. I don't get bored easily.
Right.
I feel like there's always something to do.
Everything.
Great outdoors. Even just exploring, new places. And he's like round one. Like there's a lot of shows that come through. Yeah. I love the music scene. I really fucking love the music scene here because there's at least, I wouldn't say like on frequency, but I guess every now and then, oh shit, never heard of this band before. They fucking kick ass. Oh shit, this band that I thought is new that's been around for years. Or for a while.
Just come through Albuquerque is what you're saying?
Yeah. Or no, like from here.
Oh, they're from here. Okay,
they're like from here, or they're based here. Because these guys, the Mango Cakes, shout out to Mango Cakes. I saw them at the launch pad on Sunday. They do like covers and stuff. They have some originals. They're an 11-piece band. So they have a full horn section. They got two keyboards, guitar, bass, drums, singer, and then they got a percussionist who also does like electronic shit. Mm-hmm. And they just play songs like all the hits, like the classic American hits. Let's stay together. Okay. All that shit. They're playing at the casino now. They're gonna get gigs at the casino, and I think that's the highest level like a band could get. And I've heard mixed things about the casino, where I've heard they just like watch you like a hawk, and you have to be real. You can't get too
drunk.
I can't have too much fun. But you wouldn't think they're a casino, but I guess they treat you like an employee.
Gotcha.
So I've heard things like that, but I've heard they pay quite well. I don't know exactly, but it's like, well, I better go through all that shit for all the money. They better pay me for all the shit that they're going through. Worst thing, also the music scene. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But like you said, just the crime, just the poverty here, because like they're linked together. Because like
education systems linked.
Because whenever I see watch the news and they show a mugshot, or I see someone who's homeless, I think at one point they were a kid, and they just were in a bad environment, and they had parents who either weren't there or they didn't care.
Right. That's what your teacher did.
Exactly.
Because you're making a difference.
Yeah, because
I know for a fact I made a difference, and you actually care. I cared, enough, but I know you're coming from a good place. And kids definitely understand that, because you can't bullshit real. That's the one thing for sure. Those kids, they know bullshit.
Yeah.
For sure. I remember
they are bullshit. Yeah, a lot of their game is bullshit. Yeah, right. But so I think we just focus on everything, but especially education, so we can kind of because there are kids who grow up in shit environments and they still can excel. They can be above that.
Right.
But it's really hard. So I think that's what we need and just this country as a whole, we don't really value education. I think we don't value nerd.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's getting better, but for the longest time it's always been about making money and being this and having the nicest car and being better than the next guy and keeping up with the Joneses, rather than just be a smart person, be a genuine person, be an honest person.
For sure.
I think.
Anything else you want to add?
Let's see. You getting sleepy?
I think I am getting a little sleepy.
You getting tired?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know Jesse's gonna be calling me already, so
that's okay.
Let's maybe...
I think do you want more questions, or do you want to go into the book part?
Sure, let's do it.
Which part?
Either way, I don't care.
Okay, let's do. It is learning time. I want to keep the theme.
Okay.
I'll just grab the books that we have here on individual differences of personality. then I'll also read. What's one I haven't fucking read? I'll read Soccer for Dummies again. And do you know how So what I've been doing, essentially, it's been 3 rounds. We each read from this. We'll just do 2 rounds just to make it interesting. You have to go to a page, read it in an accent or an impression.
Oh, God. Okay.
We'll both do that.
Soccer for Dummies.
We'll both. My friend Tyler brought this. I have a lot of. If you read through all these, I have Martha Stewart.
That's fine.
I got
Soccer
welding. I got real estate. A lot of my health books from college. Or do you want to read a different one?
No, that's totally fine, dude. Let's do it.
Or do you want to read this one?
Yeah, I want to read that one.
You want to read that one? Okay, you'll read that one. And then round...
Oh, we're okay.
Huh?
I haven't seen I haven't gotten this far in your podcast before. So.
Thanks, David. Appreciate it. Anyway, so then the next round, we have to sing it. We have to sing the text in a popular song of our choice.
All right,
and then you have to guess what I'm singing at the end of it, and then I have to guess what you're singing at the end of it.
All right, let's go.
I can go first. Okay, go to page... Right. Is there 420?
Oh, I got it. Oh, 69? No, I don't have 420. I have 69, though.
Go to page 69. All right. It's a good start.
Okay.
What are you reading again?
I'm reading
David George's? He's reading Soccer for Dummies. In case you can't figure it out from watching soccer. There are a lot of rules.
69.
Still know what a yellow card is. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I say what? What's the first round?
You have to read it in an accent or impression.
An accent.
Sure, the mic is decent.
In soccer games, one player's outstanding performance may settle matters, but over the long haul, one man's teams don't succeed. One man teams. One man's team.
Is that the movie announcer?
Yeah, I guess. In other words, as good a player as you may be, you cannot shoulder the burden alone. Even the great Pele, when he brought Brazil an unprecedented 3 World Cup titles in 12 years, had a superlative supporting cast.
Did Pele write this book?
Pele,
the greatest soccer player of all time, who won 3 national titles.
Dick. Fuck all the bitches.
He's a cool guy. Well, I don't know what voice that was. What voice was that?
I have no idea. Movie theater, man.
No, you got it. Movie theater voice. That's a good one. Fuck, it's my turn. And I have no voices planned. Let's see.
I know. I just started singing or going.
Pick a page number.
Okay, 123.
123. It's missing. Just kidding. Okay. 123 is...
The glossary.
124.
124.
Chapter 6. Okay. Oh, okay, I got one. Chapter 6. Genetic and environmental influences on personality. The question. Nature versus nurture. What's the deal with this? The extent to which personality variations caused by hereditary or by the environment. It's crazy. Oh my God. The researchers measured the personalities of all the people. All type of relative pairs is to be studied. What's the deal with that?
What's the deal with that?
Your height can only exist because your genes and your environment are both operating.
What the fuck?
You know what that was?
It's an impression. I know it's an impression.
I try to make it obvious.
I know. I'm like, you're going to tell me, I'll be like, oh yeah, no, duh.
Separating hereditary and environment. One useful feature of investigations involving...
Are you a president?
No, it was a good guess. Ba-doop, 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 boop, boop. Ba-doop, boop, boop, ba-doop, boop, boop.
Oh my God.
Does that help?
No, Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes.
There we go.
We can assume similarities between the siblings due to their genetic similarity.
Right. I needed the freaking intro to the song.
I was like, he doesn't get this. I know it's kind of before our time, but I've watched some episodes. Okay. Now we're going to sing.
Okay.
And it'll be the final thing.
Okay, what page?
And then we'll wrap it up. I'll go first.
Okay.
Let's see. Fuck, I don't have a song. Okay. Okay, I got one. Go to what page? What page should I go? What page should I go to?
432.
It doesn't go up there.
321.
Okay. 69, you said? Okay, let's make... Okay. In conducting the studies just described, Alton Meyer was also able to examine the stability of right-wing authoritarianism, scores across long periods of time in his study of students' authoritism, scores at the beginning and end of their college careers.
Okay, I got you now.
Altmaier found that the correlation between the scores of this 4-year period was 0.75.
Okay, all right. I see how I was so confused until you hit the chorus.
Everybody, country road.
Yeah. All right. What do I
Don't ever take me to West Virginia. If anyone takes me home, it's not.
It's not there.
It's not West Virginia. I heard Virginia's lit. Bunch of surfers there.
Virginia's
West Virginia's just. You ain't one of them beaners, are you? I do love beans, so I don't really know how to answer that question. Cletus? Sorry, buddy.
Cletus.
Bartholomew. Or Randy. It's probably a good redneck name.
Yep.
Randy the redneck. Okay, go to page 100. Take me home. Teach me about soccer for dummies. You can even Google if you like. You can look up a popular song.
No, that's right.
It's not like you're being tested.
Sometimes goalkeepers don't have time to catch the ball. Sometimes they can only react with their reflexes, knocking or deflecting the ball over the crossbar or ways of saving a goal. It takes timing and jumping ability, while it should be a routine play. It could look like the most spectacular moves by a goalkeeper, as shown in Figure 8-8.
Oh my god.
It almost went all right. It didn't go bad.
You're pretty on key there. Pretty on key there. You ever do karaoke?
Yeah, I don't do karaoke.
You don't do karaoke. Did I ask you that already?
Yes.
Oh, shit. It's fun. Oh, every...
Okay, what's the third round? We gotta do a third round.
We'll do singing again. We'll do more singing.
More singing.
Well, 3 rounds. One is just reading it normally, but that's...
Okay.
I don't gotta do that. Give me a page number. I was saying every 2 weeks they do live band karaoke. My friend Kenny, he facilitates this as Inside Out. Have you been there? It's right between the launch pad and El Rey.
Oh yeah, it's the one that has the no roof.
Exactly. You're inside, but you're outside.
It's like the club, but you're outside.
Yeah. Anyway, they do live band karaoke, so you get to sing karaoke with a live band.
Okay.
It's fun, David. I promise.
Right. Oh, I know. You gotta text me when that happens because I know my friend Steph would want to do that.
What's today? This Tuesday, actually.
This Tuesday.
This Tuesday. You sign up. You go to their Instagram. You can sign up and yeah.
Just pick the song and I'll just learn it.
There's a list of.
How much does it cost to do it?
Free.
Oh, okay.
Show up. Beer's like $9 though.
Oh, at Inside
They
Out?
will gouge you for beer over there.
$9 for a what? How many beers?
For like a tall desert fog.
Okay.
$9. I didn't leave a tip. That was the tip.
What was the
sorry.
tip?
I'm sorry.
You put the tip inside me, dude.
It's like you gave me a tip. Give me the whole thing. Let's see.
I think I'm good on the next singing. We're good, I think.
No.
Yep.
No, David.
Oh, okay. You want one more? You want?
No, I'm saying we're doing okay. One more.
I love you.
We'll wrap this up. That was the Barney song, wasn't it? I was like, is that a nursery rhyme? Is that? Oh wait, it's the fucking. Okay. All right, if we're not being serious about this. If we're not going to be serious about this, David. All right, 200. It's like relationships and marriage.
Okay, perfect. Let's do it. What book is that? I thought it was fishes, and it's actually like...
It's like How to Catch Pike in Rio Grande. No, individual differences in personality. I took a psych class, and I just found it interesting. I haven't read it since then. They wouldn't buy it back. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm so ready.
Romantic relationships are obviously an important aspect of most people's lives, and the role of personality in those relationships is fascinating. Here we'll consider 2 fundamental questions about personality. First, do spouses tend to be similar, dissimilar? Hey, second, in which ways are the characteristics of spouses associated with the satisfaction they have with their marriage?
Dang. That's beautiful.
So if you had to guess.
I think that's Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
Grandma got plowed by Santa. That's a remake.
By Santa.
All right, David.
All right,
David. Last one. You're the headliner.
What page?
You pick one. You pick a page.
213.
David George there, buddy. Headlining.
Here we go.
Learning time. What's the song?
To fully understand soccer, the American soccer fan needs to understand.
I think I know. I think I know which one. Well, keep singing it. Oh my God. Yes. What?
And embrace international soccer.
Sing in the mic.
Because it is
Sing in the mic.
connected to
Sing in the mic, David.
Game as well.
I hate you.
Every 4 years, the World Cup is held. The United States has reached the last 3 competitions.
Dum dum dum.
Dum dum dum.
That was a nice jump that you got there.
All right. Oh my God.
Oh my God. That. Yeah, do me suck it to me one more time.
That was the hardest we laughed the whole time. Oh, okay. I'm happy we got a second passage.
Oh God. See, you didn't want to do it.
I did it.
Then he did.
If you're gonna make me do it again, you caliprodded my ass one more time.
There you go. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it.
You're gonna make.
That's just you. You get thrown to the wolves.
Let's make gold again, baby.
And you make friends with the wolves.
You get one finger bang joke, and then you get to the window to the wall, baby. Let's go.
Sweat drip down these walls.
These sucker balls.
These sack of balls. All right. So, final question.
Okay.
What did we learn today?
What did we learn today?
What did?
Friendships are very very like important to a lot of people, and like the
He's
biggest
weak.
thing,
Palms are sweaty.
the biggest thing is that like especially if you've like when you find someone that you really connect with, and like it doesn't have to be like even recently, but just someone that you have connected with, like
You've shared a moment with, or shared memories with.
Yeah, we need to take the time to probably like reach out and just like, because this is the most I've laughed in a long time, and so I think that the best thing for most people is just like to find a lot of different random people, because like you're unlike anybody else that I have as a friend.
You too, man.
I can count a lot of different people who are just like just unique. Like I'm a people collector, you know. it's like
that face you made. That was awesome.
It's like Jason Lee. Like Jason Lee is like the most unique fucking person I've ever met.
Everyone loves Jason Lee. I love Jason Lee.
Like my buddy Dylan is just like just as goofy and tall and narcissistic as I am. So it's just like perfect.
Oh man, yeah, same here, man. I'm glad you're back in my life again.
For sure. Yes, this won't be the last time we do this, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully, maybe I'll be in the studio.
Yeah, we should do a studio one.
Maybe. Sky's the limit.
Get another soccer for dummies.
That's all right. You guys
I got another stanza right here, bitches.
They have a whole like room where they just like camera 1, camera 2 is like 2 people. They're like, really? We're getting paid for this? These guys running out the studio?
Right?
Really?
Let's talk about some fart jokes next time.
David, I'm ecstatic that you got to be part of this. I'm glad that we're talking again, and it's gonna be fun.
Love you, dude.
Love you too, man. And that's it. It's learning time. Any final statements?
Learning time.
Anything you want to say to America?
Be safe.
Or else.
Or else.
Or fucking else.